Okay,
Somehow, hey, we're back. All right,
we're
not
back!
bad.
After all the technical difficulties, we are finally back with a good stream,
Somehow, hey, we're
hopefully.
back.
And
All right,
hopefully it's
not
gonna be a
bad.
good game. It will reach 3 maps by the end of the series.
Hopefully,
Hopefully?
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's just go
hopefully.
through the rosters for. All right, so firstly
Yeah,
we have
you go.
8%. All right, so we have Rui and Naver on scouts after like a last minute roster change. So we have Rui on Naver on scouts, as I said. We have Altara and Hizzy on soldiers. We have Megu on demo and Koma on medic.
Interesting. I'll take over the side of the Thailand national super team. We have Precious and Memories on scouts, respectively. Then we have Oro, aka Sean, on soldier. Ryan on soldier as well. Itachi on demo, and we have iPhone on medic. It seems that iPhone hasn't quote unquote died yet, or he has returned from the grave.
Interesting. Because the last time I saw him active was like more than a year ago. But hey, it'd be interesting to see like Itachi. I don't know whether he's like that active, but he did win LAN. So
Yeah, he did win
I'm
land, but
excited.
remember
I'm
that was three
excited to
years
see him.
ago.
I'm excited to see him carry on. Maybe not carry, but like excited to see him like do well.
Well, yeah, same. But remember, that was like 3 years. AF LAN was remember it was like 3 years ago, and I'm not sure whether Itachi. I know that Itachi still has it, but I'm not really sure, whether he still has that same skill that he had back when he was in his prime in AF LAN 2018. So I really want to see how he does in this lower bracket final.
Yeah, we shall see. I don't know. Let's see whether Megu. I don't know. Let's go. I think Megu has what it takes to stand up against Itachi. We shall see. We shall
I
see
do think so. Megu's
today.
been up to form.
Up to form. Has he been playing the season? Sorry, I have to like you have to update me on this. Has he been playing as like a main
Oh yeah,
demo?
he's been playing, and he actually won Div 2 last season.
That's good for him then.
Yeah, so I feel like Megu at this point, he's been practicing a bit more than Itachi because didn't Itachi have like military service or something? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I have no idea, but anyways, we'll just take it. It's gonna be a good game tonight. I'm just looking forward. So I guess we can go through. It might ready up soon, so I'm just gonna like
I
go through
think
the
they will.
predictions, I guess.
Um, I guess we're
And
just waiting for the config first, and
okay,
then they're gonna be readying up.
all right,
That's
cool. I guess you want to go through predictions. We can just talk it slow through predictions. I
yeah.
think
Let's
it
talk
would
slow.
be all right. I
Who
think
you rooting for?
surely from last season, like 8%, we have like learned the lesson. So I think it was gonna be 3-1 to Roadside. I mean to 8%.
2 to 1 to 8% for me. I
Three
have
four
no.
3-1, sorry. Yeah.
3-1 in Gullywatt.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna predict the maps overall. I think it's going to be a 2-1, but I'm not sure who's going to win. I personally think that like either team has an advantage on each other. Like if Rui and Neighbor just take over as scout, then I think 8% will just win. And meanwhile, if the soldiers of the Thailand national super team just take over the game, and Itachi is back up to form like he was in AFLAN 2018, I think the Thailand national super team might win. But it's gonna be a really close scoreline, possibly a
All
5 to
right.
4 in one of the maps.
5-4. All right. I guess if that happens, then all right then. I don't know, but just to mention, I mean, Neighbor did back then when this team like ages ago, 8% when 8% was like newly formed. Like Neighbor was actually the combo scout, and they did win Div 2. So maybe I know the chemistry will still last. I don't know.
I think it will. I mean, this core has like been playing for like a long time, like across various seasons, so I still think that the synergy is still there.
Yep. I guess we can talk about like the rest of Div 1. So currently competing for second and third would be these two teams, 8% and Thai National Super Team. But so I assume number one was still Cell. It's still Global Clan
Yeah,
Cell,
it's
or is that what
obviously
it's still
Shell.
called?
It's still Global Cleansio. Yep.
Clan Cell? Alright.
They got sponsored by Global
Who's the
Clan.
unlucky person that got fourth?
The unlucky person, I think it was the Koreans. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Koreans? Oh well, they went second? No way, they went from second to like last season to fourth. That's really unlucky.
Yeah, it's really unlucky. Well, let me check again. Oh no, never mind. The Koreans weren't even there. It was actually for Wolfie.
For Wolfie, oh, who's in? Is it who's in
That
for
was
Wolfie?
Ghosty's team. Ghosty, Skies, Walker, Joe, Miwo,
Oh,
Crooked. That team, yeah.
All right, looks like the teams are ready up. Hopefully we can get that start soon. So, I'm excited to see some action. Nope, they're unready. Unlucky.
They already unlucky.
They're ready up. All right, let's go. I'm ready to see.
I'm waiting.
I'm ready to see some pure AsiaFortress, like, TF2 gameplay.
You're just waiting to see the DM to take over. They're both unreadied. I think they're waiting for one more person.
It's fine. We can just.
Oh,
I
never mind.
guess we can
iPhone
talk about.
disconnected. iPhone was the one that disconnected.
As usual.
Yeah.
Alright, so talk about the fourth place team. So it's like Walker, Wolfie, I guess, maybe around there.
Yeah, Walker. Wait, is Wolfie in the team? No, Wolfie is not in the team. It's Joe.
Oh,
Dine-
Joe, unlucky Joe. He's went from potentially second to third, and now he's like, I think second, and then after that, now
All
fourth.
the way
Feels
to
bad.
the fourth place.
Feels bad. Rest in peace, my man. But it's
Rest
okay.
in peace, Joe. We have. I think Sky ZZ honestly has like improved the shit. Has improved a lot ever since like AFC 15 or
With
something.
Sky,
Like
is it Sky Wolfie?
yeah, Sky Wolfie.
Oh
yeah,
wow,
that guy.
interesting.
He's in Div 1 now. He got fourth.
Well, looks like
Unfortunately,
he
it's not
stepped
a
up.
placement, but he stepped up massively.
Well,
Just
then
guys,
if he comes
do you
back
want-
on, yeah. All right, I'm starting.
I'll take over the first mid. Okay, I'll be
All right,
looking
cool.
at. Never mind. They reset the config.
LOL.
Low mouth. Okay, apparently they reset the config. I guess.
Probably Mego beat this rollout, guaranteed.
Mega beat. Okay, apparently two people are AFK. Rui and Konma are the ones that are AFK apparently.
His parents.
His parents wanted to watch the
It's
cast.
the typical banter. I guess like me, just to inform you about like the H4 community, it's like generally smaller, so everyone's like a lot closer to each other. So
That is
yeah.
true.
So
I
it's
mean,
like
there's always this like one outcast, you know. There's always this one meme player, but it's okay.
yeah, it looks like we're reading up again.
Finally, I'll take over. Do you want to take over the first mid, or do you want
You
me
can
to...
take over the first mid.
Fine,
It's
okay.
fine.
Let me watch the one and only Itachi in the first. He's doing a really fast roll. He's not beefing any single jump at all. Getting to mid with a clean 42 HP. Looks like whether he does a bit of damage. He does a bit of damage to Konma. Konma's actually super low, but Altaria actually gets a good pick onto.
But funny enough, they're actually collapsing the whole of 8%. It's actually
massive
rushing for us.
collapse.
Only iPhone alive. iPhone is dead. It's a
No,
clean
he's
wipe
dead.
for 8%. It's actually a very good start for 8%. And now 8%
so
is gonna
clean.
take lobby completely for free, uncontested. It's really good start for them.
That was such a clean flank shot on Altaria. He actually like caught Itachi off guard. Itachi was like so focused on Konma. He was like spamming Konma, and then Altaria just knew that because Itachi wasn't really focused on him, he could just go up, drop down, and just get a clean pick onto Itachi. So that was really good from Altaria. That
Yep,
really
the
was
wonders of Roamer. But now we see, alright, potentially 8% might push. Looks like they're opting to go from River. We see some off-classing. We get a sentry from the ties, but ultimately they did spam the sentry. This is going to be
They
a
get the
really
sentry.
like big indicator. They know the pyros and watching River, so they're probably
Going
going to
to
go
main.
from Shutter. They're going to use to Shutter. They're trying to focus on players. I think Ryan's going to be the first one to fall. Yes, but they do not know there's a heavy behind
They
point
get
right now. Oro's just sitting behind point. They're just taking up right side right now of last. But Itachi is doing so much damage, but it's only him and it's only 3 players live. iFun goes down. This round might potentially go to 8%. It's gonna be Itachi against the world, but it's not gonna be sufficient. First round goes to 8%.
That was such a
Within
clean. That was
2
such a
minutes,
clean-
less than 2 minutes as well. It's
That was a
insane.
really clean round from 8%. They got with that momentum they got from that early demo pick. They just rolled into last with that. We're gonna watch this
Indeed.
video.
Now we're watching the map. We see Megu putting some initial damage, spamming all types away as usual, typical Megu. But we see Naver getting so
Itachi.
aggressive, it's gonna pick off Itachi really early. Itachi just tries to find out form. I mean,
my
but
God.
8% does lose people. Looks like
Oh my
Koma
God,
is
that
trying his best to
fight.
surf away from Aura right now. The rest of the 8% is trying
Oh
to
my God.
protect the medic, but it's not successful. It's gonna be a 1v2 against
1v2.
Rui, but unlucky. It looks like Thais are actually gonna take this mid. I feel like 8% actually got a really good aggression, but they didn't really fall up because like I guess they kind of like fighting different things, and eventually like the Thais is like stabilized and they managed to like win that mid.
They actually did stabilize. It was just a really scrappy fight. There's no really like a real like focus fire. Everyone in the side of 8% was trying to like shoot different targets, even though they knew iPhone was low from that Mega pipe early in the middle.
Now we see that iPhone does have a little bit of ad, just a tiny little bit of ad, but I don't think they might use it. But we're just gonna be basically a stalemate between the two
It's going to be a
teams.
stalemate, yeah.
Let's just gonna see how the ties are gonna break this stalemate. We see Precious wanting blood, trying to clear those stickies and choke for the roamer, possibly the roamer to jump through, but ultimately it's just gonna wait for the ties to side as they kind of have to push in. Looks
Wait,
like
it's
they're
a
not gonna
trade.
side. They're gonna take for a trade, but looks it's gonna be so bad. Koma has even
It's a
popped it. They don't even
horrible
need to
trade.
pop. They do the pop now. It looks like they're gonna get classical. They're gonna
Itachi
lose
gets
Itachi
caught.
as well. Rui, it wants blood. He's pumping through right now, choke. I mean, Oro tries to do a flanker choke, but not to say. And now they're just gonna get collapsed on. There's such a bad trade from the ties, but they do find the medic. Ryan does find the medic, but ultimately it's just a scrappy fight. But hey, it's gonna be a 2v2 possibly. Memories against the wall, unlucky. But Itachi just spawned, possibly might kill. Atira's on 1 health, and he does pipe Rui as well. This is gonna be so close. He might die to the stickies. Oh my gosh. I would say that went really badly. Like
That was
that's such an
horrible.
awful trade from the ties. But I mean
don't
the
know what
flank,
iPhone is
like
doing
Ryan
though.
and I think Ryan and Memories, I'm not wrong. But anyways, I'm cut off because they are actually starting the fight again. They're actually just to the contest mid again. We do see a bomb from Hezi onto the demo. Does a lot, but a big time from Itachi. He's gonna destroy. But once again, it's not gonna be sufficient because they are getting collapsed on.
They're gonna
Precious
actually...
tries his best to distract the combo, but ultimately it's not gonna be sufficient.
Blue team's
As
just stuck in their big door though.
yeah.
Oh!
Altaro does the great ball.
It's
Pipe by Itachi. He's gonna take out
Itachi
2 of them.
pipe.
It's gonna force 8% back to the second. Kudos to Itachi for soloing them mid. Holy goodness.
Those
What?
are just insane Itachi. Those are just insane pipes coming out from Itachi. He knew you were just stuck in the big doors. He just spammed 2 pipes, and you know what? He just got 2 kills.
It's basically even. They might take the trade again. I don't know, but I don't know. If I were the ties, whoever's in the ties, even though I mean the ties they're like not playing, but still, I would thank Itachi for saving them, man. That is like actually clutch time. But afterwards, we're back on the stalemate again. Even as a bit.
I don't know whether iPhone will go for a trade again and try to send Oro behind.
No? I mean, we do see some action in Victor. There's like Ryan getting really aggressive in Victor, but and it looks like they might potentially send a player back. Yes, Memories is
They
trying to
do.
1v1. Naver, he try him Naver in the baby door, but he's gonna get
Gets
cleaned
traded.
up by 2 players. And it's gonna be back to a reset. But
Back to
hey,
reset, but Ryan's in. He might get a
hey,
pick
he
of
does
but it's not enough.
but he's gonna
Wait,
collect, but it's
a
gonna pick the trade up. Yeah, nice. And but it looks like they're gonna back off because both sides have lost their flank, and it might be a reset again. But no,
Maybe-
I'm
I
wrong.
think
I'm
Memories-
completely wrong. Itachi wants blood. They are forcing their way
He
through
gets a pick
Victor
of the
right
Hesi.
now. But
Shots in!
look at
Shots
Shot
in!
in. He's gonna
Look
get
at
a drop.
the-
And he gets the
Oh,
force
no!
one to come up. It's gonna
It's
be a
the
trade in Victor though. It's gonna be the trade is pretty even right now. Rui is still standing his ground, not letting go. Lane looks like the ties at the back of it. As Rui is just cleaning up
collapse.
everyone. He does do a lot of damage. Brian possibly might go down here. There and he might get air shot. What's it? Ivan's fleeing for his life there. But I say it's a really good trade. Good thing, even though Koma kind of forced it, but Rui just stood his ground and like it was a solo Uber. He couldn't do anything because he had a longer Uber. And yeah, and now they've won the mid.
That was such a good force coming in from Oro, but then it was just a really good trade coming from 8% in the end. Imagine if Oro hit that air shot, that would have been sick.
Oh, yep, another for the frag clip. Someone make. It's been a while since we had a TFTV like I don't know frag thing. I don't know, but right now I'm excited to see how 8% would decide like to break this stalemate because Altaria has the jumps. He's a jumper main, so I want to see his fancy jumps.
I want to see it too, but don't count Hezi out because he also has really fancy jumps, and I've seen his frag clips from time to time, and he gets like really good sacks in, he gets really good forces and or drops.
Let's see whether the frags videos can reflect the gameplay though. We see, not really aggression. We see, I don't know. I'm surely Altair is gonna go for something. He's heading to Big Down now.
I guess just patience coming in from both teams, I guess.
Yep. Or they
Just
might be opting to take a trade. Like I mean, Itachi has like the entire choke carpeted.
That is true.
It just looks like they're just taking the time. Interesting. I mean, do they do? Okay, they do take a trade. Like Homa gets sent to the sky. It's gonna be a trade. Hezi tries to go behind. He goes behind the Rubber Life, falls really low, and then Itachi stickies off Rui in choke. It best by possibly like I don't know. The ties are actually forcing their way into choke right now, but with both 2 people dead from 8%, they might not be able to defend this mid. And yep, they're backing out from mid. They lose. They lose Naver as well. This is actually quite bad.
Itachi really did Itachi did his job well there. He was able to he understands what to do in these kinds of
But
trades and just
Oro
stuck
tries to go
it
for
out.
like a sneaky backcut, but I mean we see Altara
Oh!
jump in and pick up iPhone. He's
Is he
clutch.
dead?
He just that sneaky little high bomb med pick, but right now we see the tie still not turning. Ryan might opt to go for a bomb onto Koma. Can he get the last rocket off?
Oh,
Doesn't.
nice try.
And but the rest of the ties are trying to contest. Pressure's trying to do his best, but he's gonna get meat shot by Ruri. Now Itachi might fall here, but
Really good.
he's just gonna run away. And the
Escape by
mid
the
is
skin
gonna
of his
belong.
teeth.
Yep, and the mid's gonna belong to 8% again.
They have a 60% Uber advantage, so they might just steamroll this into second.
Yes,
And
but we
this
see,
might potentially be the
Ryan
last push.
above choke. No one has spotted him yet. He beats the jump. He might get the force of the combo. He gets the force of the combo. He's still alive.
Oh.
He's in drop down. But oh, what actually a really good
Wait,
force. And now the
he's still
ties.
alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. He's still alive indeed. And
still
now
behind him.
Oro
He's
somehow
in there
dies
too.
on the flank though. We do
might
see
just take a
someone
discount.
in sniper,
Oh!
but it's not gonna be work.
Oh my god, great movement from Somnus there. 5 HP. He still outfrags Ryan.
It's fine, but it looks
Insane movement.
like that this ad is not concerning 8% right now. They're still trying to get the force, possibly trying to get iFun to force his Uber. They do spam the sentry. They're playing really aggressive even though they have this ad. But they know, and the back, like a sneaky pep is coming up from water.
Oh,
Looks like Naver managed to take down Precious in. Wow.
Wow.
And he's actually buying, this is so good for them because he's actually buying enough time for Koma to possibly get Uber again, so they wouldn't have to lose second.
He might. He actually delayed the spawn. He actually delayed spawns at the same time. Konma almost has his Uber. It's only 50% left, and I don't think the ties are really
If I were the
in position
ties,
to
I
trade.
need to push it right now, but unfortunately they lost the ad. Looks like they are trying to push it. They're trying to nudge into River, but I think they know it's gonna be even, so they just iFun's fine better spawn. He knows, so it's just going to be a reset. Let's see
Another
what.
stalemate.
Yep, and let's see what 8% this time can do the force onto iFun. Let's see how
I
they
just
do
hope
it.
to see either a sniper play or a spy play, or just just an insane sack in order to get the force or the drop. You never know. Both these teams have really high caliber soldiers who have really good jumps and really good jump
Indeed,
mechanics.
we see Megu does fall a bit low but look at Sean trying to contest Megu in lobby possibly, but ultimately it's just both are gonna fall really low, but neither takes the kill. I just want to see my boy Altara fly in with his jump, probably speed shot in, possibly getting a force, maybe get completely denied. But looks like they're trying to opt to the water play. Neighbor's back in water again. They're trying to stick it off the point, he's gonna do the thing, but they know this time they're shooting him. Altara tries to jump in and try to shoot the scout below, but they're gonna fall so low, both are gonna die for that play. Ruby tries to salvage, I think, but he's just gonna run. Memory somehow dies on the flag there. So I don't know whether the ties would be confident enough to push this.
I don't think they will push off of this. I think it's just. I mean, his spawn is also super late, so I don't think it's enough for him to push off of this.
You want some off-class action? We are having some off-class action. Neighbors on Sniper. We do see the sentry back on. We do see the sentry from Memories right now. I'm just gonna see where Neighbor is trying to position. Looks like he's going main, possibly.
Yep, he might be going through main or probably in the patio position. But I guess he's still gonna be taking main. He's swooping in.
Yep,
He's
but
shots.
iFun is in the sniper spot right now. Can't be shot from anywhere. Can't be hero shotted as well. They do know he's a sniper now. He tries to take a peek. I think he shot Oro there. I'm not too sure. He did get the body shot to Oro, but now.
Itachi could have died there actually. Oh wait. We see a water play. A possible water play.
Yeah, Rui's trying to.
Yeah, Rui's in.
Yeah, they need to make a distraction. Now that they know that Neighbor's on sniper, they have to make a distraction in order to draw the eyes away from Neighbor, because or else they're gonna spam Neighbor to pieces. As you can see, Ryan is trying to prevent Neighbor from peeking. But looks like the demo does that Oro off. The bait was successful from water. They do get a bit of cap time off though, and Altara went in and kills Memories. This might be so, but oh my goodness, we see the whole combo from possibly the whole combo, but no, they get the force onto the ties. It's insane. They managed to distract. They managed to distract the ties into they ultimately gets the force, because iPhone actually fell to half HP. Maybe he had to save players. I'm not too sure, but they did get the force.
No, he was being spammed from. I think it was Altaria from the shutter position. So iPhone really had to force it. He had to one save the point and two save his life. So really great play from 8%.
Yeah. But look at Precious. Precious just gets spotted. He might possibly die from lower. He's probably gonna get caught. Yeah, he's gonna get caught. This is gonna issue a push possibly from 8%. They're full ad and they're one scout and like Tides have one scout. Yes, they're charging through Shudder right now. Brian might be the first casualty, but the heavy looks like this poor heavy is gonna be the first casualty. No one's stopping the point right now, and then 8% is just gonna cap it again.
That was actually a really great round from 8%. They actually had a really good strategy where they just send Rui into water and then who's this now? Mega just trapped off trapped off the point. So that led into the Oro pick, and therefore because Oro died and then Memory died after, this led to Altaria just
looks like we're going to the super bait. Both soldiers are flying across. They're trying to trade bombs. I mean, Altaria does fall. Hezi might wasn't hard tell. We see the return bomb from Oro, and then Ryan lands one, takes a rocket onto Rui, but unfortunately doesn't find the medic, and it's gonna be Itachi left. Sorry to cut off your monologue there, but I just saw both soldiers just high bomb, fly past each other. Unfortunately, no air shots were hit, but still, it's a win for 8%.
I mean, you didn't want to miss that dogfight after all. So
yep.
That would have been insane if they both hit their air shots. But anyway, we're going back into the second point. We see 8% with the full Uber charge as they cap Sang, and this might end up being another steamroll into a last if red team does not somehow pull off any sort
But I think they're getting prepared. We see more off classes now. Before we only have one, not two, but three. We have the third, we have the 7th player as well. We have a pyro blocking Shudder, and we have a heavy under the point. So I don't know. They're doing their best to try not to lose another round because 2-0 and 15 minutes left can be quite concerning.
Well, I mean, 15 minutes is enough to grind back 2 rounds, but
it looks like they're gonna go straight. Rui, once blocked, he does find Ryan straight away. They do find the sentry as well. It's gonna be a pyro. Rui is just shooting down this pyro right now, but unfortunately the heavy on point gets the turn. It's going cap time as well. They're getting so much cap time. Unfortunately, Itachi can't stop the point by himself, and it's gonna be another win for 8%.
This is just a steamroll from here. I mean, the rounds have been super close, granted, but then I feel like the Ties are just making more mistakes overall than 8%. 8% are having really good pushes, really good mids, and they're just focus firing these targets a lot better.
Yep. We see Altara with his early spam. Looks like Itachi was like covering the face. I think he was like being a bit more cautious in case of the Altara bomb. We do see Altara bomb cross. And like Hezi get contested and drop down, might trade out with Memories, but Memories survives on 1 health. It's gonna be 2 down from 8%, but the Ties do fall really low. Itachi falling on only 45 health. Altara is still lurking drop down, but he doesn't. I don't know. The team has backed off already. 8% has backed off already. They kind of have to because they only have 3 players left. Yep. I would say it's really, I don't know, they did fall really low, but unfortunately 8% couldn't get like the final like push or the final bomb to actually like finish Itachi or one of the scouts there.
That is true.
But oh, look at this, this is the Rui special. He's gonna take a trade. This is the Rui special. He just wanted to get Itachi as well, because iPhone doesn't even have, he's gonna get Oro as well. But this time, they do use though, they have the counter pop, Memories does find Comma.
It's a solo. He might get a pick into Megu, but he decides to back off. Oh,
yeah, but Altara, 1 slot into. We have 2 soldiers chasing 1 medic. It's not gonna be good. He serves. Gonna get a air shot. Probably not. Well, that is the Rui special right there. Someone clipped that.
Just stole. That was
the Rui special trade. That is how you do a trade. Take notes, boys.
I mean, iPhone didn't have Uber at that point in time, so...
Yeah, it's a really good call, really good play.
Really good call from 8%.
I mean, it's basically even Ubers, but I can see they're still kind of... I'm surprised like the Ties just spawned. They're not really contesting second, looks like they kind of have to back off here, and the second's gonna belong to 8%. Altara does fall very low from Sean in the back doors of Victor, but they're just gonna fall away. Sean might possibly get caught here, but he does. And it's gonna be... It's gonna be even, but they're 2 players down. I think with the aggression, like how aggressive 8% plays, they might just take this straight. Did they know there's a sentry though?
I don't think they're gonna go knowing that they actually have a sentry built, but I guess it's just gonna be another stalemate coming in, or...
Yep, another stalemate indeed.
Karma does have like 50% item, but it's not really much to work with.
15% is basically Zero, unless you're like right next to each other, but hey, looks like they might take it. I don't think they will. They know there's a 7th man, they know there's a little sentry gun just popped up, so they're just gonna take it slow. They're 3 rounds up, there's no risk for them to throw around, so just, you know what, this stalemate all we want. If I were the Ties, I should be panicking, I should be running a spy. I need to get the drop onto Comma. We need to like break the stalemate.
They're 3 rounds down, and it's...
They do. Enable is trying the same water strat again. He does try to kill Oro, but Oro ultimately wins that in a close like proximity because he's a soldier. We hopefully should see a counter sack trying to come. Megu is trying to hold. He's gonna get carpeted. He's gonna die to Itachi though. This is gonna be really good for the ties. Hezi falls really low. Might get picked off as well. Hezi's 1 health trying to pickaxe Precious, but it's not gonna work out. But actually, 8% actually loses 3 players after that scuffy fight. They do take a trade into River though. It's gonna be Rui against the world right now, but they ultimately have to back off because they have 3 players. They don't have enough players. Paul the pro spike. They might possibly run into Itachi. They actually kill Itachi as well.
Oh my
and
god,
Rui actually zero. He just killed everyone. Oh my god. That is bullshit, man. That's actually scout class. This is scout class bullshit.
Just the scout class.
Altara getting Vince in lobby. Yeah, it's gonna be Oro and Ryan against the win. They do shit on Megu. I'm sorry, my language, but ultimately it's gonna be Ryan against Horn. They're not gonna catch it.
It's almost completed.
It's almost, unless what the shit? That's so stupid. They don't deserve to win. They do not deserve. Does not deserve. How can that pyro miss? Okay, whoever's that pyro, I'm sorry, you failed. You failed. You lost it. You lost that round.
That doesn't really matter. What the problem really stemmed from the scouts just taking over that
look sorry to interlock, but Altara just went speeding into drop down. We see Ryan and those side they're trying to go the more aggressive approach. iPhone just fall really low, but this is working out. They find the soldier and the scout from 8%, and the mid is gonna be belonging to the ties right now.
But Altair is still behind. He might be able to do something with this.
They do not know he's in choke.
Let's see.
He might possibly catch.
They don't know he's there.
They don't know he's there. He's just sneaking around. Possibly might getting a bomb here.
He might get a clean bomb onto iPhone if Precious is
I
not
think
carefully.
Oro might know. He's gonna. I think they should probably, knowing 8%, they probably create a distraction for Altara, but he's just being really patient right now.
He's being really patient. He's just waiting for the. He's just waiting for the calm, saying whether he could go or not. Precious, they're trying to take a trade actually.
They take the trade. They're trying to replicate Rui's trade methods, but I mean, Combo does pop really late though, and looks like Rui wants blood. He's going all the way to choke. He's gonna possibly find. Nope, unlucky, but they do collapsing. They do be collapsing on the tires. It's a full wipe after that. I don't know what. If I were the tires, I'll never take a trade again. That was like pretty bad, man. And the thing about Rui, like, once he sees it, he just plus forwards. As you can see, they just completely wipe them on mid. Like, no chance within 5 seconds. Like kaboom, everyone's gone.
And every time you take a trade, Altair is just behind you.
I mean, ultimately, like, taking the trade. Yes, Altair was behind, so taking a trade would be even worse for them. So that's really... I don't think they knew it was behind, so to be fair, I'll be okay. But right now, if I'm the ties, it's 4-0. I think it's pretty impossible for them to come back, but it's a slim chance, maybe?
Slim chance, I mean, you never know. They might get 4 rounds of 4 minutes, you never know.
Yep. I mean, the Uber is even, so I mean, yeah, the ties either have the sentry up again. Is this the usual stalemate? I'll see. I think 8% might try the same water play. It's been working somehow.
Yeah, I mean, every single time they went for that water play, it worked like 2 out of 2 times, so...
Yeah. It just kept distracting. They just kept distracting the players from ties, and then they eventually get a force either just from spam or I don't know. Or they maybe like get to cap the point as well. They have to like focus on the point. It's just the ultimate distraction, which is like I don't know. The ties aren't really trying to counter. Looks like he's trying to go again. Rui just eat a bit of spam. Naver is in water right now though. They know they're trying to go for it. They know he's there. They possibly Naver might fall here. Memories does win the 1v1 against Naver, and it's gonna be another reset. But the thing is, the ties need to break the stalemate. They need to go for something. They need to go for a counter set or something.
Trading hasn't been working out for them. Because every single time they've gone for a trade, I mean, it was just 2 scout picks on the same guy. Precious,
I guess his geometry dash efforts has been paying off. Surely it works. But you see, I mean, it's basically even Ubers. They're trying to force their way back on the second. Itachi's like, I need to stop them. I need to go forward. But the medic is just, they do take a trade on second though.
Another trade.
It's going to be slightly better. Look at Rui. He's just forwarding, man. Look at him. He's so aggressive.
Just plus
Otara is just
forwarding.
raining rocket. Goes for the air shot. Goes for the
Again, he
huge
dies.
rocket onto
He's
Itachi.
gonna die too. Yes, he does.
And it's just, but they do lose the demo from, and look at Oro trying to get the follow-up bomb. Gets air shot! Almost get double by Otara. Unlucky. It's gonna be possibly another round for 8%. It's gonna be up to Ryan with his MGE prowess trying to fight a 1v5 right now. But his team is here to back him up. And looks like, I don't know, it's gonna be another stalemate on.
Yeah, they have to. They might cancel here. They might cancel the push.
Yeah, another stalemate.
I mean, 8% can chill for all they want. They're leading at 4-0 anyway, so.
Yeah, I guess the time limit now is, I would say, it's impossible for the Thais to win this map. It's gonna this map is guaranteed to 8% right now.
It is guaranteed. Looks like we see that Uber's being built at the moment. Konma slightly building a bit better than iPhone.
Looks like they might take a trade. Oh, they do!
It's
a bit of bad. iPhone is hiding trying to run out. Mike and collapse on, but no one is neglecting the point. They do try to like spam the point a bit. They're trying to defend the point, but iPhone does fall. It's gonna be a 3v6, and it's gonna be a 3v6. It's just a scout trying to clean up. He falls solo. It's just memories against the wall. It's not gonna be possible. It's gonna be 5-0 to 8%. 8% takes the first map. That was actually shocking. I thought it would be maybe a bit of a closer game, but it was just a steamroll for 8%. At least, I mean, there's a couple of air shots. I'm excited. I'm pretty happy because even though I feel bad for the Thais, but I mean, but like, come on, I'm not biased. Come on, but I'm just excited to see like because they just won off like pure aggression, you know.
I mean,
like every time. I
feel like, I don't know, Thai national team are just making more mistakes than 8% at this point. 8% seem to be more coordinated. They seem to be hyped. They seem to be, I feel like they're just carrying on with the momentum that they have right now.
Yep, I don't know. The thing is, like, I don't know why, like, the Thais, like, the first trade didn't work out, but they subsequently, they kept trying to trade again and again and again, but ultimately, like, the trades just come, like, it's like 8% just gets better off the trades. I think maybe they're more experienced, but ultimately, it's just, I don't know, it's just, like, it didn't work out for them. But the fact that they kept trying again and again by trial and error, but unfortunately, it costed them the map, because, like, they did try 3 trades, all didn't work out, and yep. Looks like we're getting up the logs.
I just want to see what the damage statistics between this. I want to see the damage statistics of the scouts of 8%, because they were popping off from what we saw.
Yep. Top damage, Rui with 269, 30, almost 30 frags.
Almost 30 frags. Wow, insane statistics.
Surprisingly, Megu, dude. Okay, I honestly, if Megu watches the stream, I'm surprised that you're doing this well. No offense, but legit, like, you're god, right? You are pounding in this map.
I want to see the statistics of the med deaths though. Konma with only 5 deaths. I mean, despite one of them being a drop from that heroic Ryan play that we saw. Well, I mean, maybe not because the stream died.
I feel but I think ultimately, like, Konma did have but ultimately Konma did have a lot more Ubers. I mean, I've died more, but I feel like it's just generally because of like the bad trades and like the bad fights.
That's true.
And like, and sometimes it's like, even though it's like a trade, the post fight comes in, like I feel like 8%'s players, they take position like way better than the Thais, and they're just ready to just collapse anytime. So it's just there was one point that like I remember the trade ended like in mid, and they just insta wipe the Thais. Like it's just within 5 seconds, all of them were dead, dude. It's actually insane.
One of the trades was just unlucky there, as you know, scout diff really. I mean, not really scout diff. It was just a scout class just going to work, just getting all the frags and just out fragging every single other player. It's just a collapse from 2 scouts, and you get to see the power of the scout class in work.
Yep, I mean, poor Itachi is like doing work. I can see him pound at 1 mid, but unfortunately it's not sufficient enough. Looks like 1 star player is not gonna do. I mean, I do see Ryan trying his best, but I don't know. I feel like the scouts, like, I don't know. I see them win a couple of 1v1s, like, well, but it's just ultimately like the decision like making, I feel,
Yeah.
especially from like the combo scout. Like I think Precious,
Sure.
was it Precious? Yeah, I think
Yeah, it
Precious
was
like
Precious.
yeah, I think like ultimately it's like Rui did like a better job of like being aggressive and like positioning himself like so he had to force like the ties out of like even though they initially initiated the trade, you know what I mean?
But I also feel like the soldiers of 8% just a much better job than the soldiers of the Thailand national super team. As you can see, like I feel like Altaria and Hezi just got more impact kills and more impact frags compared to Ryan and Oro. As you see, Oro 4 and 20.
Yeah, yeah, Roamer. And when you're losing like that, Roamer,
Yeah,
especially on
sure.
Gully Wash, your
It's
your
hard.
logs are gonna be like sadness, dude. I mean, you can see he tried his best to like, he tried his best, you know, to like try to force. And you just see him get air shotted out of the air. It's just tragic. This is a
It's
tragedy. But
tragic.
hopefully we can see, hopefully we get to see a better turnout on Process because Process is the park map, but it's the more
It's the
popular park
pub.
map. You know, it's like the scout. Yes, it's a scout map, but I feel like soldiers can excel with their bombs as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I hopefully might be a turnaround. I think I'm totally not biased. I would say this map is probably gonna go to 8%. I would say it's gonna be a
Yeah,
closer
I'd
game,
say.
so it's gonna be 4-3.
I mean, I feel like if Oro and Ryan just step up their game just a little bit, I feel like it's probably going to be a closer game. They might end up taking this second map and might end up going to the third map, but at this rate, I still think 8% is going to probably win the second map just because I feel like they're going to be riding on the momentum that they had from last map.
Yep. I don't know. They're just coming so strong. Like I guess they kind of like learned like from maybe last season because they did have a different scout, but I mean not anything against the scout, but like they were against that like match against the Koreans last season. They weren't playing as like I guess they were playing as aggressively, but they didn't
Partner is positioned. They know when to collapse. As soon as the collapse call just comes in, like both of them just know where to position at the right time. Meanwhile, I feel
Yep.
like for the side of Memories and Precious, it's not the same. That's not the same
Oh,
story.
looks like you have to interrupt you because we are live on the
You're
second
live.
map. Looks like okay. I'll take away this
Go
mid. All right,
ahead,
I'm gonna
sir.
watch my Mr. Megu rolling out with his just a standard rollout, not too fancy. Gets a couple of stickies down onto hopefully Itachi. We see Otara does a fast one. They do get to mid a lot earlier than the ties. They're getting quite a bit of early damage. I find and Itachi does take a bit of spam. And you can see that the high ground control from the there's absolutely zero high control. Ryan tries with a bomb, it's gonna get instantly denied by Ruri. And then Itachi tries to follow up as well. Sean tries to take a 1v1 against Neighbor, not gonna work out, and looks like Precious, Memory's gonna be caught. The first mid is going to 8%.
iPhone knew
Yeah,
that round was
I don't
going really
agree.
south.
Like, I don't know why the Thais didn't learn. Like, they just, I mean, they already got, like, 8% really got the high ground, and they just, like, they just didn't, like, they continued to contest it. They continued to go forward. They sent, like, one soldier bomb after each other, and it's just not gonna work. Oh, Tyre just tried to get the force onto, Ifan, but it's not gonna win. They do a double side, but that was a really good effort, though, I'd say.
That was a good effort coming from 8%. I mean, iPhone was like 30 HP, but then it was just unfortunate he was able to surf into their
We
spawn.
see the counter sack from Oral gonna get
Oral's
instantly denied. He might get the track, but you see Ryan with the follow-up, they do get the force, but Ifan is in. He does force, but there's no one with him. Ryan comes to his aid as well, but it looks like the positioning is a bit off, but we do see 8% running away. So I mean the highest we get to like take back the second. But it was really funny. I just saw Ifan just run from like around the point back to second. And it's just like completely alone. Oh my goodness. But ultimately, hey, I can't say anything because they did get back the point. So here we are. Looks like Neighbor is trying to take a 1v1 against Precious, not really working out. He's gonna back off. No parties were harmed in the making. But ultimately, it's just gonna be another stalemate. Let's see another sack. And yep, hopefully like a cool job. But nope, it's gonna be his fake bombing initial for his team. They are getting the space for his team right now. We do Oro just try to bomb Koma right now, just get instantly denied. Itachi falling really low pressures, and Itachi might get picked up here. Is he beefing the rockets? No, he might die. He does get the pick onto it. But we see Ryan counter bomb onto Koma. Just like the collab bomb onto the demo. And he does what? He just collapses on Rui's on 1 health. He might get picked up from Memories here.
Memories is gonna kill him.
And he's gonna get, it's gonna be a wipe, yeah.
It's just a
Oh
really
man,
scrappy fight.
oh
It was
I
such a
hope.
scrappy fight, but then in the end, Ryan just had a really clean bomb. Just does
Yeah,
get the mid pick. He nearly
yeah,
got the pick onto Rui. Yeah, he nearly got the pick onto Rui, and he just lived by the skin of his teeth.
yeah.
3 HP.
Dude, I don't know if the stream was on, like the stream was on Hezzy's camp, but there was some Teamfortress. But holy shit, oh, it gets
Oh
completely
no.
demolished. Altara just tried to get the follow-up bomb, but instantly gets destroyed by memories. But ultimately they tried, I don't know, 8% once again playing aggressively, taking bet. Didn't let the Thai side take positioning. Look at Migu, he's just spamming pipes, even though his pipes are not hitting, but he's still forcing them to play. Itachi gets launched in. He just got a pipe.
Who?
What? He just
What?
pipes
Rui
me
gets
around
3.
the air. And then
Oh,
Rui. Oh my gosh,
wait,
Itachi's
Rui
popping up.
got
Do we do a 1v1? We do. Oh, Rui did pound, but
Rui
ultimately
got
it's still
3.
a scrappy fight. We see an MGE fight happening right now between Oro and Otaria. Itachi does try his best to like spam Otaria off the high ground, but it's gonna be a 1v1. Otaria is still not holding his ground. He does get a couple of good rockets. He might get the big bomb
He gets a
onto
fat.
Itachi. He actually gets a fat rocket onto Itachi, and ultimately they're able to like maintain and like secure the mid for them.
I don't know what's happening for the side of the Thais. I feel like whenever they try to take ground, it's always like they lose a player or two. They
Yeah,
can't seem to get the high ground at all.
it's
And
like
when they
yeah.
do, they just end up collapsing at the end.
Yeah, you can see, I think the one reason why ODB do have the memory sniper, he does, try almost getting forced, possibly getting forced here by the soldier,
No.
gets denied. But ultimately, before I got cut off from that, like, the last minute push, like, they did the same thing again. They just pushing so aggressive, they don't give enough time. Look at them, they're doing it right again. They're going straight for the trade, possibly. They're kind of bait point right now, they're playing so aggressively, like the Thais don't really have time to compare for this. Otara gets the big rocket onto Ifan, picking him down. I guess we see the memories heavy, trying to pop off, might possibly defend the point, but ultimately it's going to be up to Itachi and Riot to defend. It's going to be a 1v2, it's going to be a 1v4. It's not going to be. The first round is going to 8%. Yeah, before I got mid cut off by like the freaking fast pace thing, I was saying that like 8% plays really aggressive. They don't give enough time for the Thais to stable. And you can see they went from mid to second to last, just straight in, no aggression. Even though Ubers were fairly even, but still they just went in. Confidence, dude. Confidence is here. Oh, try just fast bombs. He just hides in IT now. He's really low. He has to back off here. But once again, we finally get to see some high ground play from a big bomb from the Thais, but a big bomb comes from Hezi. They are kind of trapped in right side. They kind of need to get out this right side corner right now. Hezi does die for the bomb though. Maver goes really aggressively, and like, I mean, they kind of split up. 8%'s kind of split up, but they're kind of sandwiching right now. I mean, my huge fights come forward. Precious goes, cleans up Migu right now. It's gonna be Rui does win the 1v1. It's gonna be Koma alone, and Altara is behind. It's kind of looking a bit silly. Trying to go for a hero ball maybe. Gets a one big direct on the scalp, but not gonna be good enough.
This is another scrappy fight again.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like an 8% win because he had 2 people behind, and it just seemed like the 8% would collapse again, like we've seen time and time again. But then no.
Yeah, exactly. But they didn't sandwich together. Like they were kind of like focusing. Like the scout was like focusing the people in Zero, and the demo was Itachi was just sticking off the people in front of the pack. So they ultimately couldn't converge, and they just like 1v1. Looks like Precious in Memories might calling for trade here. He wants a 1v1 trade. Rui. And now do you see the follow-up? They are following up. They possibly might get Ifan here. It's gonna be so hurt. Unfortunately, not getting it. There was a bit of a scrappy trade. Oro does get the return ball, get the frag onto Koma, circling the trap for him, but ultimately they're 3 players down. I'm not surprised if 8% just like bloodlust chase Ifans here.
True. I mean, they are going for a bloodlust, but I guess they're just going for this point cap.
Yep.
As they don't really have the health and to really work with. For the players.
Yep. And this is like, I'm surprised, like, I think Oro did save them there because Oro did have the counter bomb onto Koma there, or else they would just get completely collapsed on because their trade didn't really work out too well. But we do see the Thais trying to aggress it. They know they have massive ad. They need to take this point right now. They need to get this map. We see a high bomb from Oro right now. Hezi tries to bomb the Memories, it's a bit low, but it's not really working out too well. Rui does fall. They do see the Uber. They try to chase. Hezi trying to distract the demo, but Itachi is blasting. They hit the final pipe onto Koma. He's gonna get destroyed by fucking Hezi. We can see Precious just cleaning up as well.
Ifan might die. Oh no.
Ifan dies to the overextend, like he's just overextending. They try to chase all in, like full, like all in, like poker game, like all in for Koma, but it didn't work out, and now it's just biting him in the back. I mean, they might find Altara on second, but ultimately Koma does have to Uber. I mean the Uber and not the Uber, but still.
He has a 40% Uber at this point. It might end up being a 50% Uber as soon as iPhone spends. Well, no, 45%. Close enough.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
was that an air shot by Hezi? I'm not sure.
yeah, that was a clean air shot from Hezi. And iPhone
That's-
tried to go for the crossbow onto
Oh,
Kona,
dear.
but then he missed. And
That's a
unfortunately,
typical iPhone thing.
he tried to surf it out like typical iPhone, but then he surfed it the wrong way, and Mega just punished iPhone.
Yeah, they
mechanical
kind of
error.
like overextended. Look at Neighbor playing really aggressive, trying to get initial info. They know they have the full Uber. They might use your Oro. I know. Ryan's above. They know they get the force straight away. Ryan might pay for his life. His game.
Mega's
And
so
he has a trade
deep.
onto Megru. Oh my goodness. But ultimately, I think that was like a really good play by Ryan there. He just like, he was completely caught off there. He just somehow just managed to jump and sink onto Megru there. They get the pick. And now iFun has the full, almost have the full Uber. They kind of have to get the force there. If I'm 8%, they need to get force. Otara is going to go for the bomb onto Oro there instead of the medic for some reason. I do not know why, but ultimately iFun has the ad right now. Looks like they might take second for free here.
They're going for the aggressive play onto second. You see Precious.
Look at
leading-
Hezi going on the bomb. They do. iFun does somehow pussy pops. I would call that a pussy. He didn't heal. He didn't even take a single rocket damage, I would say. And yep, they do have a funny sentry outside the spawn. It's gonna be another classy run. I mean, Ryan trying his best to like do damage to Koma, just getting really low, but it's just not good enough. I mean, iFun gets the pick onto but iFun is getting hard chased by Rui right now. They do what? And he gets a curry from the turret onto iFun. Sean, I mean, Oro trying to get the pick on. He does get the pick onto Koma. Well, kudos to him. But it's just ultimately, it's just another scrappy fight. It's like as if they just like full send. I don't know if like I don't know. They just full send it. Like they just launch like all the players in, go for the man. Hopefully get the man. It's like, oh crap, we didn't get the man. Let's run. And they tried to run and they just get collapsed on.
Yeah, sure. Because time and time again, 8% just have the better Uber trades, so they have the better Ubers. They seem to be the more coordinated team at this point.
Well, I mean, at least the chaos theory works, I guess. Like, iFun just sends this whole team in, somehow ends up in an even Uber. They didn't lose the point as well. It's somehow still okay. And looks like they are trying to fight. They're pushing their way in right now, even because they lost both scouts. I completely missed that, but still, they are back after the second now. Looks like the Thais really won this. They do shoot the traps off. Almost like look at Ryan. He's getting absolutely destroyed. He gets really aggressive though. Otara tries to get a counter bomb, gets completely destroyed by Precious, but ultimately the Thais are actually taking position on the second. Oro does force Hezi off the high ground. It's gonna get punished by Neighbor, and ultimately they have to back off here. I'll say good effort though. They did send the soldier. I feel like the soldiers bombed a little bit too deep there, but I think it was a good effort. It's a good of a change of playstyle from like last map. I feel
they're playing more aggressively now. They realize that they have to somehow counter the aggression coming in from 8%, and that's what exactly they're doing. They're trying to be as aggressive as they can. They're trying to deny as much space as possible.
Yep, but ultimately, after all this shenanigans, it's been only 10 minutes and it's still one round to 8%. It's been so much action in the 10 minutes, but hopefully we get to see one good set from the Thais. Hopefully get a drop or a good force onto Koma, and you can see them. Hopefully.
Sniper play coming in from the one and only Neighbor, but then we see Ryan trying to go in along with Sean, but then Altari and Hezi get picks onto both of them.
Well, they do get the counter bomb. Looks like they do trying to force Neighbor in. Neighbor might go for the hero shot. They're gonna take the trade. Itachi just solos it into choke, but they might drop Precious here. They have flash out, but in the certain thing, they actually, I don't know, they actually taking the trade. But Itachi's actually cleaning up.
Oh,
they do find all the players. Otara does get the solo hero bomb onto iPhone, but ultimately, it's just a win for the Thais. Interesting. They did, I guess, kudos to Itachi there for standing his ground there, because he did kill 2 players in the trade. I was kind of a bit concerned that iPhone had to flash Precious there, or else he had to die. But ultimately, I mean, kudos to Itachi, because he just stood his ground. Wait, what is this? Megu is trying to solo 2 players on his own. He's in! He's completely in! Oro's trying to play Spire on Process Spire right now, but it's not working out right now. We do see Ryan fall really low, and they do lose both scouts. But look at Rui! He's chasing in! He might get the pick onto iPhone! He's beefing! Oh, he does get the pick! No!
No way!
Dude, oh my god, I just saw him run straight into choke, dude. Yeah, I just saw him run straight into choke and just kill it, yeah. But we do see the bomb onto Ryan, possibly trying to get the Koma, but unlucky. Yeah, that's really, wow, that was like some aggression That's how you play aggressive combo scout. Wow.
I don't know. They just can't seem to counter the aggressive Rumi Scott, man. It's just like he's just going in for free and nobody's looking at him at all.
Yeah. Look at, and now we see 8% just flying into second right now, completely uncontested because they have a full Uber ed. It looks like they're just gonna take it in. Right now, Memories is on the sniper. They do have a level 2 up on the left side on the spawn, but ultimately Ryan gets caught here. Wait! Memories get this drop onto Koma. Is there hero headshot? From where? I completely missed that. I hope the stream got it. And now, but now they're completely getting collapsed on, and looks like the tables have turned. It looks like the ties are stabilizing. Altaria doing his funny little wallbox. Let's see whether he can get away with this. He might go for the backup. Gets spotted by Itachi. Looks like they're gonna go for him. And
yeah,
he's dead. Unlucky.
Unlucky. If he wasn't spotted, then probably he would have.
Yeah, but ultimately, that's a hero good shot by Memories there to get the pick, to get the drop onto Koma.
That was what the ties needed in order to get.
Yeah, but look at Hizzy on the bomb onto iPhone. Good force by him. They're using and completely 8% is completely out. They knew. They just know that once they had the force, they have nothing to do with it. Completely gone. They don't want even like they want to get killed there, dude. And now we just see, but we did see the early bomb. Both soldiers, Oro get completely destroyed, and Megu with maybe a big air shot, but gets Megu just turns on 180. Oro, oh my gosh, dude. Megu, okay, you have stepped up the last time I saw you play. Congratulations, you're the man. Alright, now we see, but now you see, I mean, no, right? Why you see 8% just flying in now after that? I think they sent the side a bit too early. They should have waited for Koma to get the Uber, I feel, before they send the side. Like, there's no point feeding two soldiers to a medic that, like, there's really low chance of you getting it as well.
That's true.
And now you see Oro trying to go for air shots. He does get the finish up onto his, and they do try to force, but ultimately it's just, I don't know, they still going for the mech. He tries to take the MGE fight onto was it? Yeah, Hizzy there, but his team's gonna pay the price because they have a full Uber ad. Actually no, it's even now.
It's even, no,
so, but look at Rui, he's just taking the trade. He wants blood, he's getting possibly another flash, and he's gonna back off because his trade is not too optimal right now. Looks like Koma is getting juggled by Itachi. Rui is trying to salvage, but it's double fight! Megu is in, look at him, he's trying to get the fight, he wants fight, he doesn't hit anything. Unlucky.
Well, I guess. But that was just a really good effort from 8%. I mean, they had to back out eventually because they knew that the spawn's coming.
Yeah, but look at Hizzy gets the sneaky pick. No one checked the birth door too. He just dropped down and shot iPhone. But still, I guess you can't win every Uber trade in the game. You know what I mean? But still,
you win some,
ultimately, I mean. They did kill the med, so I mean 8% does have a little bit of ad. They might try to contest this. Hezzy is jumping it, did some massive damage, might die, survives with a slip of HP. Altaria jumps in for Ryan, gets completely destroyed by Ryan, but ultimately you see the Thais just running away. They're just afraid of the aggression, man.
They fear.
Oh, I guess you have to be afraid. Neighbor just chases down Ryan and IT. Just completely hunts him down. But it's fine. It's gonna be like possibly a reset. But I think the Thais might want to do something here. They are doing something.
8% have the Uber and so they might end up collapsing again onto
they might get some. Yeah, Hezzy takes a bit of spam here, trying to run away. Altaira does try to like spam damage, but you can see Rui wants blood. You see Memories trying to force. He's possibly might get away. They do force and choke. Feel like Megu is flying. It gets completely destroyed by Ryan right there. So I don't know, Megu. That's your old habits, man. You have to stop doing that, man. But ultimately, you see Itachi. Look at his confidence, trying to 1v1 Altaira. Gets punished for it though. But you can see it's just a complete DM fight. Right side. They're just none of them. It's just a continuous fight. I don't even know what's happening, man. But it looks like I don't know. Looks like 8%. Who is this neighbor? Neighbor falls so low. They're just trying to like keep up the aggression to like save up their team. But somehow iFun just used on full HP for some right reason. I don't know why. They're trying to salvage space. They do find Megu though, but ultimately, Altaira just cleans up Ryan into hill stick. But I don't know why. After that chaos, like iFun pussy pop there. So it's just unfortunate. Even though like yes, 8% might lose the second, but I don't think they will because they have full Uber Ed and they don't want to lose this. Ruri is positioning himself. He looks like he possibly might want to take a trade here. He knows it's full Uber. They don't want to give this up, even though they're falling solo. They do use though.
No.
They're gonna clean up Oro as well, possibly intro. Yes, they do. They clean up 2 players already. They're cleaning up 3. They possibly might get the 4th on to Itachi. Airfront falls really low as well. Hezi goes in for the Airfront. Itachi falls solo, gets the pipe. Almost pipes away.
Nearly did. Ranked
And it's gonna
Savage gets 2
complete.
consolation frags, but it's not enough.
It's gonna be a complete wipe.
He spawn camping.
Looks like Megu is. Looks like he's gonna be. Maybe he listened to what I said in the cast and he's getting a bit too overconfident. He's going back to the old Megu, but still, I guess they are still having the second point with the 50% Uber Ed. Things are really looking good for 8% right now.
Looking really good. I mean, Akwanma having that 60% Uber charge. I guess they're just going to just aggress into lobby, maybe run into last after. But you see that Itachi's just sticking up lobby at this point. I guess 8% are just waiting for their Uber to come, and then they're gonna try to work their way through lobby, clear traps and everything, and then go straight for the point, like they always have.
Yes, looks like we have seen the Thai is having the sentry on point, the cheeky sentry on point, and the heaviness. Looks like they're somewhat prepared for the Uber, and they do use really early. They're gonna take on the gun straight away. Oro somehow trying to bomb an Uber player. I do not know why, but still, they are somehow holding it. Looks like they're trying to take position, possibly playing point here. Hezi tries to bomb the heavy. It's not gonna work out well. He falls almost close to 1 HP, and looks like this is gonna be really bad for 8%. They lost 2.
Finally, a great hold coming in from the Thai. They allowed, Konma pop too early. They punished it. They didn't really give any space towards the side of 8%. But as we see, Altara nearly getting the pick onto
moving
Itachi.
off Altara, trying to get 100 damage onto his iPhone. Oh my gosh, he was so close. That was so ballsy. That's like one of those Altara things. Tried to jump in with 50 HP, hopefully getting the force, but he almost got the kill there, but still.
Really did.
Yeah, but you look at this, the Thais possibly might be going for IT. Yes, they are. They're gonna possibly use some IT. Looks like they are going to use, they're gonna send it into choke. But they realize it's even. It's gonna be another trade onto point. Let's see who we can get out. So it looks like the Thais are running. iPhone just completely destroyed. Get juggle up, get air shot by Hezi. It's just gonna be a completely DM fight. Looks like they're all sending it for combat, but it's gonna be Precious alive. Can Precious 1v1, 1v3 against an IT? Not gonna be successful.
Konma nearly got he nearly got destroyed, but his jukes just
Yeah, oh my god, poor iFun, man.
shots.
That's the true Sanus, man. He gets launched up straight in the air, can't strafe, and then the soldier just rocket jumps and air shots him out of the air, and it's so sad. But still, we get to see
the worst end of this.
Yeah, but still, we get to see the memory sniper. Might get a cheeky pick onto the Dawn 1. They do know the memory sniper exists now, but still, it's gonna be a massive effort for them. So I don't know how they might want to push this. iFun is somehow holding really aggressively in lobby. I don't know, but okay, whatever works out. The iFun brain. Never does fall really low. Hezi trying to contest the soldier with half HP. They do use Megu does flying straight for the gun. He does get forced. He does get flashed though. It looks like they're gonna play the point here. Rui is trying to get his on the phone. They do get. I mean, the Thais do get a heavy on the point though. It looks like it's gonna be possibly another hold from the Thais, but the heavy gets completely melted really low. Rui might get air shot here.
It's
just gonna be just Koma left. I'll say that I guess. No, Precious is hard sending. It's hard sending. He's dead. Yeah.
He's dead.
They just hard send for it, man. But I feel maybe they could have just like spotted out the sentry. Maybe took a little bit of time. I guess they kind of rushed it, and then like they managed. I mean, process last is relatively like is better to defend, I guess, than compared to the other one. But I mean, I have to stop with my like mid analysis because Riot gets sent to the skybox. Will he get air shot? He does get a direct. He does get the trade onto Hezi. What a DM god! And with this is random. But we do see a Ruby trying to take a 1v2 against N0, but it's not gonna be successful. 8% does lose 3 players to that scuffy like DM fight though.
And let's see, we see the Thai team not going through IT. Altaria getting caught in the process. I guess they're just going straight for the point.
Yep, they tried to catch them, but 8% no. There's just like Uber Ed. Nah, we're not staying there, man. We're not even gonna give you a chance. They're just back there with a sentry. Sentry building up right now. It's gonna get spammed immediately, and it looks like they Finally, the Thais have a chance. They're getting a bit of cap time. We do Hezi. Hezi tried to like has a bomb on the point. Megu just surfs into the point, trying to keep it out. They do have a heavy on the right side though, but they're getting a lot of cap time. It's just gonna be Nave against the one, and they're gonna get the cap. It's gonna be one round to the Thais.
Finally, a round coming in from the Thais. It looks like we see that their motivation hasn't gone down after, despite being 5-0 rolled in that first map.
Yep, looks like they have 7 minutes. They just need to take one more round just to win this map. They can move on to the third map. They don't have to worry about this map ever again. And we see from the third mid, the Altaria just try to take. Just get the pick onto Ryan. Bike gets traded out for Itachi though. And now it's just we see completely the Thais just steamrolling left side. So Oro just gets sent forward, gets completely destroyed by the scout. And look at, oh my god, Itachi just destroys the neighbor right there. It looks like they have to run here. They're gonna full send. Precious is on Megu's ass. He's gonna possibly get the double kill. Megu is hitting. Oh my goodness. Yep, they just full send it. It was just funny to see Oro just fly into the air with like 1 HP and just get shot by a scout. But ultimately, hey, it's a good mid from the Thais. They did lose the soldier in the air, but they just completely went aggressive. They used like 8%, they tried to follow 8% aggression. They just went straight to left side and they just fought all the way through and won the mid.
It's crazy. Itachi destroyed Naver at the same time that Megu destroyed, I think it was Memories as well with an air shot.
I mean, come on, 5-ping Iron Bomber. It's not fair. It is not fair. I can guarantee you. Because right now, like, I see the Naval Sniper, they do use the Uber Air, they take down the sentry quickly, a heavy pops up on the right side, they know Itachi just goes in for Nest, they're trying to collapse on the heavy fall so early, Itachi just get the trade onto the heavy, it's gonna be 3 up, it's gonna be a 3v3, look at Oro trying to take the 1v1 against Hezi. Will he get the triumph? He actually gets the triumph, gets the trade onto it. It's gonna be Memories against Megu for the win. It's gonna be another round for the Thais. And Memories spawn to the point, even though he's just like, yep, I mean, I have 8k hours in the game, but still, I win this, haha. But now, so his neighbor trying to clean up. Precious on 1 HP, will he survive?
I think he does.
Megu just comes with it and neighbor is still dancing around. Possibly might get a scout here.
He might get the scout and this one.
He gets a scout as well. He gets picked onto it. It's just a continuous DM fights. I don't even know what's happening. It's just too fast to follow. You see Ryan might do so. He gets completely destroyed by Altaria, and the mid is ultimately belonging to 8%.
I mean, you should have seen what happened in Precious's POV. Like in the very first few seconds of the mid, Precious just got rushed by a scout, and you just see 2 soldiers just bombing in front of him. He couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, but no, 8% knows this is they are taking the aggression. Itachi might get caught here. They're just playing so aggressively right now. And they do, I mean, Rui wants blood, he's half HP in lobby, tries to like take lobby for himself. They really want this fight, they know it's about even, but they have to try. It's only 3 minutes left to get around.
Itachi's still down.
So like, Hezi is bombing in, he gets completely cleaned up though. They might take the force here, but iFun is nowhere to be seen. They're gonna have to leave here. iFun just counter use though, but it's gonna be, Akoma is gonna be out, and Megu and Rui will die at last. Altaria goes for iFun right now. Naver gets cleaned up as well. It's gonna be Konma alive. Konma gets cleaned up as well. Nope.
It's just Hezi now, just a respawn, but what can he do?
I guess they tried to. Oh, this is the same thing they tried to do against the current. They're like they're like panicking. They're like sending it, man. They're just like we have to take this fight now. They could have slowed it down a little bit and just like maybe send a sack or 2. They had 3 minutes, but now they're gonna have like only 2 minutes left to like take back 2 points, man. Possibly 3 points because the game forced out mid. Megu is gonna get caught by Itachi as well. That means it's gonna be really bad for 8% as they are going to be on the back pedal. With only 2 minutes left, it's gonna be quite hard, and this ad as well, to go and take back all the points they lost.
It will be really hard. I mean, 2 minutes left. I mean, they can still theoretically do it, but then No, Ivan has his Uber, and I guess they're just going to take it straight
They
to
do.
Alkid. Unless Altaria
Look at
has something to say
Otara,
about it.
straight onto bomb, onto... Oh, they do get the pick! Might get the pick onto the... But they just eat so much damage, but none of them die. Look at Oro, bombing onto Koma, might get the pick onto Koma. He's gonna get the pick, gonna get straight onto Koma. Even though they lose 4 players for it, but Ifan has to use his Uber to run away, and it's gonna be... It's gonna be even. But looks like, I guess it kind of worked out for 8% because even though, yeah, they lost the mid, but still, Ifan managed to force his Uber, so it's not too bad. They managed to get mid back, but still, 1 minute, I guess barely, like, less than 2 minutes is going to, is just going to, make it really, make them really hard to, like, take second.
Oh, what is happening? My mumble just died.
Mumbo just died, lol.
Yeah. I don't know.
Imagine, but anyways, back to the cast.
You should have seen what Rui did. Like, he just ran straight into 2 people and just killed 2 low players. That was absolutely insane.
It's called the Rui, like, I know, sometimes, like, when I was playing with him, like, he was like, when he's silent, like, he just takes, like, a 1v3 and wins them. But still. And anyways, I lost. It's just a complete.
I'm lost.
Let's say, okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the aggression.
What is happening?
I mean, 8% has to take back second here. They need to take this. There's only a minute left. They do take the trade here. I mean, Hezi does bomb for Itachi, does get the pick though. Is that the trade is still happening? It looks like Ifan is trying to leave door 2. We see Rui trying to chase in. They just full sending it. They haven't even kept second yet, but they have to keep aggressing. They want to keep aggressing. They need to keep aggressing. And it looks like they're actually getting 2 players. If they get this cap, it's gonna be so good. Memories does win the NG with an NG. He builds a sentry. He's gonna trying to stand against the demo right now, but still.
Memories and Itachi are the only ones left.
I mean, I guess no. Freaking 8% has to stand it. Gets air shot. Looks like get a double, but no, it's just not gonna happen. And looks like this map is going to go to the ties. Surprisingly, wow. They actually managed to step up.
They managed to step up, Ryan and Oro doing the work that they needed to do. Wait, hold up. Don't count it out yet. We see another recommit coming in from Rui, and
it's only 3 seconds. They have to get on the point. It's gonna be impossible, and the map goes to the ties.
A closer scoreline now, and a better job coming from the thighs.
See, I was right. I was right. It's a closer game. But this time, it actually went... I was wrong at the same time because it went to the ties. I'm surprised they actually win. But I think the ties, they didn't really do any particularly well. I guess it's kind of roads, like... No, not roads, sorry. 8%, like, trying to just rushing things, I feel. Like, I guess they're kind of rushing the last pushes, and then they ultimately lose 2 pushes in a row. Then, like the ties managed to, like, step up and then take over. And then just completely rolled it back to the last and managed to get 2 points off of that.
Why are we calling them the thighs, like, this entire cast? There's
because
no
the name is the ties, but still, it's okay.
No
roster writing and team management does exist in this game. I'm just saying, I'm not pointing fingers, but still, they do exist in this game, and they're called the ties. Means they're the ties, even though there are no ties playing. But still, we're calling them the ties.
We're just calling them the ties just because of the name.
Yep. Yes. Anyways, we're gonna bring up the logs here, hopefully. Hold up, we're just getting the logs. But hey, I don't know, that was really intense, I feel. Alright, logs are up. We see top damage is Rui once again. Looks like he's just pounding his team, dude. Like, I mean, he's just taking the percent. I mean, somehow Megu has 29% heals. Come on, man. I mean, you're stepping up, but almost there, you know what I mean? But still, well done. He does come with 2nd DPM. But still, I'm surprised that, like, the ties won that, because like I feel like 8% has been like doing a bit like better in the what is it?
That's true.
Yeah, they're more coordinated fights. They're like clearly more coordinated fights. But the thing is, like, especially those last pushes when they're pushing into the ties last, they're kind of rushing things. They kind of just they didn't do what they did in Gully, like spam the sentry. They actually just went full in. So they spent the Uber trying to take down the sentry, and there's like a brass beast heavy on the other side waiting for them. So ultimately it didn't really work out. They did that twice, and they eventually lost second, then they lost mid, and they eventually lost a point. And then it just like kind of went haywire from there for them.
I guess it's the overconfidence coming from 8% because they realize, oh, we 5-0 steamrolled this team in the first map, so why don't we just just go in, just fluff our pushes, and just ride in the momentum, right? But I guess they didn't really think it. They didn't really think out their pushes, like you said, compared to the Gully Wash game where we saw them like methodically sending one person in water, going for strategic plays. Meanwhile, in process, it didn't say it didn't tell the same story.
Yeah, I don't know. You can. It's just. I don't know. I guess the ties. They just. I don't know if they have the opportunity, they'll just take it. You know.
Yeah, true. I mean, did get the map win, so congrats to them, and it's now a third map. Thank God it's a 2-1. I mean, our predictions were right. It is a 2-1 map scoreline.
Oh wait, that's your prediction. I'm wrong. You are
Oh,
right.
you're wrong. I'm right, apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah, I never said who's gonna win. So I still think it's gonna be a close game, but I'm not sure who exactly is going to win this third map because as we see, I don't know how 8% are going to bounce back
Yeah.
from the map loss.
I have a little guess. I guess I have a little guess because like the last time then when they were facing the like last season like the same, not the same members but most of the same members from 8%, like the current 8%, they when they were facing the Koreans, they kind of got steamrolled at the first match and they
Yeah,
kind of went. I guess it was like kind of like a morale drop for them, but I don't know whether they're gonna like bounce back or they're gonna let the morale like drop and possibly lose this match. But I don't know. I'm completely not biased at all. I have faith in my guys. I'll say they're gonna win this match 2-1.
interesting.
But I think the ties, especially like big rockets coming out from Ryan, and especially Oro
True.
actually stepping up as a roamer, actually getting the med picks at post fight. So good on him. Especially, I don't know, Itachi is actually just pounding his demo. It's
Yeah,
insane.
he's still up to form despite 3 years of national service. So just
Uh,
really good play, really good job from Itachi and both Ryan and Oro. Like all three of them just stepping up massively in the second map.
Indeed.
And we're just waiting for them to ready up for the third map.
Yep.
And hopefully the stream does not crash.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's like kind of annoying for the audience to have like cut out
True.
casting, but I mean we're here. This is the lower bracket finals. We have to come on. Asia community in Asia needs to deserve more love, especially for TF2. We don't get any love. Our last like actual caster game was in pure like was it pure season
For season 2 or something like that.
2 or something. There was like actual cast. It wasn't even on TFTV as well. It was in like TF Live, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like this is actually it's pretty good that we actually getting some coverage right now. So come on, show
Yep.
some love for Asia.
That
man.
is true. Asia needs the love.
Asia needs love.
Asia needs the love.
Div 1 has 4 teams. Come on, boys. I mean, we need to get more
Six.
publicity,
Come on,
man.
It's 6 teams.
Oh, is it 6 teams? Oh, really?
Yep, it's 6.
Last season was 4, so I thought it was the same.
Nah, finally they increased the amount to 6 teams, like because people were bummed. But anyway, doesn't really matter. At least we get coverage in TFTV. That's what I'm happy about.
Yep, finally getting some content out, but still we're
Yep.
just finally, I don't know. What are your predictions? I feel. Do you?
I still think personally 8%. If they keep up the form with that Gully Wash game we just saw and they just fix their mistakes that they made in process, I still think they're gonna win this map.
Yep. Ah.
Because I just feel that every single time that the ties just try to go for space, it's always like they get picked off one by one.
Yeah, you can.
So I feel like they
sometimes
still
you can
haven't
see.
really solved their problems from that first map. But
Yeah.
still, I still think that they still have a fighting chance. They still might possibly win. I still think it's a 50-50. It's still up in the air for who's going to win, but for me personally, I still think that 8% will win, but slightly, maybe either a golden cap or a 5-4 or a close scoreline like that. We'll see.
Yep. I mean, also one thing I want to mention is like how Itachi's playing so aggressively. I think he's kind of setting the
True.
aggression. Like he's trying to we can't play aggressively because 8% is just charging with aggression, charging with confidence. They just know they need to win by aggression, and Itachi's like trying to stop it. So I guess in the first match he's kind of getting caught out because it's like his team's not really supporting. But I guess in the second match his team is kind of supporting, so it kind of worked out a little bit better. But I think like the reason why the 8% loss process is because they kind of beefed the last 2 pushes, so it should I don't know, just set that momentum rolling for the ties.
That is so true. Like I said earlier, it's just that they 8% to really methodically think about their last pushes like they did in the Gully Wash game.
You Seems fair enough. I mean, looks like I guess maybe they're doing some team talks. Maybe people are taking a toilet break or
Maybe.
something. We do be seeing the pre-game air shots from like the 5-ping soldiers from Singapore. So at least there's
5
some.
pixels. Oh, wait.
Yeah, man. Hey, for a period of a time, I was a 5-ping soldier, and dude, I
That
can
is
tell you, the rocket experience is not fair.
that is
It's
true.
actually not fair. Like, you can like jump a scout and just randomly direct them, and you win. It's actually
True.
not fair.
The advantage of 5 ping.
Indeed, imagine 5-ping Iron Bomber, bro.
Oh
Hello?
my
That is
God.
not fair. That is
Not
actually
fair.
really not fair. But still,
It's a
hopefully,
faster travel time at the same time, like 5 ping, you know?
not really faster travel time. Okay, we won't go to details about that
Sure.
because we don't want to embarrass
We don't
ourselves on
want to embarrass.
stream. But still, I don't know. 5-ping is pretty good. I don't know. I guess for Euro, like ETF 2L, like people that play in like I don't know which servers, but whoever gets 5-ping is like really good, man. It's good for them. Yes. 5-ping OP, nerf please, but hopefully we get to see a start. Actually, you know what? I might get a drink of water, so if they start, you might have to solo cast Houdini. Good luck.
Oh,
I'll be
shoot.
back.
No way. I guess we're still waiting for both teams to just ready up. As we see, Rui readies up for the side of 8%. We're just waiting for the tie. They are not starting up, but finally we have the side of the ties ready up. We see both sides ready up, and I'm probably going to be watching Megu, aka Filbert, ready up. We're going to see him on this mid. Let's see if 8% can keep up to their form from that Early Watch game, or whether the ties can say otherwise. We see Megu having a clean fast rollout. He gets an early sticky. He gets a clean stick into Itachi, but no, he doesn't land it. Both sides of 8% and the ties getting a high ground control. We see Altaria and Hezi trying to patiently wait for the calm to bomb. We see Ryan and Oro both taking the high ground. The side of 8% not really making not making an answer, but we see this Hezi and Altaria both going in, and it's a collapse coming in from the side of 8%. Naver just walking forward. Rui just walking all the way forward. He's gonna try to get a pick onto Itachi, but I guess they're just gonna call it off. They're just gonna chill for now. Even Ubers for both sides. And that was just a good move from the side of 8%. They just walked in. They did really good spam damage. They played the mid completely patiently. And yeah, they ended up getting the clean picks. But we see the side of Rui just wanted to walk all the way forward, but I guess he's just going to chill for now. It's going to be another stalemate, but Hezi's all the way in. He gets a drop onto iFun. What a great play from Hezi onto iFun.
I just came back and
Wow.
saw the Hezi drop. I'm just like, yep, things are going off the start. And look at 8%, they're just straight up coming in. They do clean up Ryan in the mid-air, and then like they do see the Brasleys heavy for memories. Oh my god, Itachi gets the clutch pipe onto the scout, and they are actually gonna hold.
No!
What is going on?
What is happening?
Koma gets picked up by Precious as well from lower.
After that heroic from Hezi, they still don't convert that last push. Oh no. They got too excited there.
Well, it happens, man. It happens.
It
but
happens.
still, I mean, it's really good for the ties. They managed to stabilize. I know. I just saw like the scout like destroying Itachi. And Itachi just 5-ping pipes like the scout out there. So it's unlucky. And we do see the ties right now. They're trying to get some. We see Altara gets the first, but Ifan surfs away like coming up. But we see Neighbor with a cheeky. He might be behind. I don't think they know. He might be going for the backup here.
He is.
Looks like Rui trying to stop his team. Hezi just bomb for the point, and they do be starting the backhand. They looks like they have to stop it. I mean, 8% do commit 2 players for it though, but ultimately it's gonna Naver does get the backhand though, and he's gonna be running straight for the last. He might get picked off though. He's gonna get picked off. Yep. But it's a really good flank play.
That was just a really great play from Naver. I mean, everyone on the side of 8% was just dying on the midpoint, but Naver with the back cap, he brought in the attention of the whole team of the ties, and that delayed a lot of time.
Yeah.
So now we have both spawns.
Yeah, unfortunately it's gonna be a reset again after all the sacrifice from the soldiers from 8%. But look at Altara, gets a fat rocket because it's gonna finish off Ryan with the fat character. It's gonna get cleaned up by memories as well. But you see the use. Megu is gonna get caught by Itachi here, and Precious is full sending. He's not stopping. They're in lower, but looks like they have to stop because Why are they stopping? They're 3 players down. No, I'm wrong. They are back in it. They're back on second. They're sticking forwards. They are prepared. But it looks like Rui
Rui's gonna go
wants
in.
blood. He's gonna be Hezzy is spamming, trying his best to spam out them out from lower, but it's
Oro's
gonna
going
be
for a bomb.
another stalemate. But
Get
Oro
Oro.
goes in for the bomb. It's gonna get cleaned up though. And exactly, it's gonna be another stalemate on second. Actually, no, what's
Another
stalemate? What am I talking about? It's gonna be full air. It's gonna be
Rui's
like
gonna go in.
50%
Watch,
air.
just watch the
He's ruining it. He's
just gonna
clearing the
run in.
chats. He's
gonna
running
kill
in, clearing
everyone.
chats. He wants blast. Hazy does a flying big bomb onto Ryan. They're gonna have. It looks like he's trying to get a force, but
They're hard to-
unlucky.
Okay, now it's a stalemate.
But no, it's
Probably-
not.
No, it's not. They're going
It's not
over.
same. Rui is full sending, dude. He
He's
is
full
full sending.
sending.
He's telling his team, guys, I want to win this map. I do not care. I want my second place. Of the first place, they do get the force. Ryan does get the force onto them. There's gonna be another trade on the second point right here. Megu just fall really low and Altair as well. And Altair just took the pack as well, so that means Megu can't.
wait, what?
There's no demo on the side of 8% for this fight. Altair flies in, does get a pick onto Ifan, and
Everyone's
looks
just
like
dying
they
inside
are
of
cleaning
the
up.
ties.
It's gonna be Atachi left, and it's gonna be a win for 8%.
I mean, we saw Mega was super low, but remember the ties were 3 down, so a collapse is gonna come in eventually. Ryan really low, Oro trying to stop the point. Both of them, oh, Mega just clean rock, clean
And-
pipes and clean stickies, and they get the point.
First point goes to 8%. Wow, that was 5-minute round. Interesting.
5
Kaboom. Just like that.
True.
Alright.
Alright.
Take it
Kriga,
away.
watch out.
Or I'll save you some saliva. I'll take it away. I'm gonna be watching my
Itachi.
man Megu right here.
Oh,
just
Megu
just
again.
spamming stickies, hopefully into Saw, getting a bit of damage, I guess. You're gonna see some early positioning from Rui on the top left. And ultimately, you see both soldiers flying in for iPhone. They just bomb. They kill
Collapse.
Itachi and Rifle, but you see
No,
they're
collapse.
returning.
Is he?
Oro just tried to get the bomb as well, and then they completely destroy them. Look at the aggression, the fierce speed, and then Megu with the bind, of course, the chat BM bind. But still,
Massive
that was an
bombs.
insane double bomb by 8%, I would say.
Clean bombs, they really got massive damage from those bombs. 8% are just playing these mids a lot better than compared to the ties. I just feel like, as I said earlier, they're just more coordinated.
More coordinated. I think they really pre-planned it on the way to spawn. It's like, guys,
They
we're gonna do the
did.
double bomb. Guys, remember the double bomb? We didn't screw it. Let's do
They
it.
did their
Probably just-
research. Or maybe they
They
did their
did their-
research. Knowing where,
They did.
you know, the ties are just gonna
I
play,
am
knowing how to
questioning
respond.
Ifan's positioning. He's in front of Shutter. Good thing they didn't go Shutter, man. It's just instantly
True.
dead. Looks like they do spam the sentry though. Megu does fall to health, and they still haven't used the Uber. They are using it now. Looks like Rui will be playing the point. Megu's gonna be sticking people out of spawn.
No,
and they
it's
get
contesting
so
it.
much cat time, and no one's able to
Oh
stop because
my
Megu is
God.
trapping them in spawn. It's gonna be a second round to 8%.
Second round indeed. I guess I just want to see how Itachi does in this mid. As in, we seen Megu just time and time again. We just seen him like pound and just clean up the damage from the soldiers, or his soldiers just get massive damage and just get clean picks. As we see Itachi just trying to trade stickies with Megu. He does get a slight clean damage onto Megu. We see Rui taking the high ground at the moment, but we see both soldiers from the side of the ties.
They are
massive
full
damage,
sending
just
it. They
collapse,
do
but
counter
Megu
bomb
gets
as
two.
well.
Wait, what's happening?
Megu
What's
just
happening?
clean
No
up. They
way,
actually
they
turn it
cleaned up.
around.
No,
No, I think I saw what happened, dude. Like they did try to copy 8%. They tried to full send, but at the same time, Altara and Hezi they just bombed themselves, and then eventually they got completely
is
mount
true.
because they were in the middle of the point.
That is true.
And look at the BM coming out from
BM
8%.
first time bombing.
They just want it, man. They really want this win. They're tired. Like last season, they're just so angry that they lost to the courage. They're just like this time, the finals. We are in the finals, and they will be. They are full air. Looks like they'll be pushing in from possibly under. Oro does get an early spot onto the combo. They possibly might go to left side. No, but Rui is just full sending. They do have the sniper. The sniper does miss a shot. Rui is doing the same thing. They're gonna cap the point.
They're
Oro does
hungry
get the
for blood.
bomb as well. I mean, they do lose Itachi as well. And looks like the
They're
rest
losing
of the
players one by
ties
one.
are trying to like fight, but they're just taking individual fights. Now the guys are holding hands. They're just gonna fall. It's gonna be 3-0 to the ties.
Again, I feel like they're just mad after that second map loss, and they said, you know what, let's just play more methodically, and that's exactly what's happening.
They're
Rui
playing-
just going in for these like plus forwarding aggressive plays, not respecting the ties at all, and he's just doing great work as the pocket scout.
Yep. I guess I wanted to say something, but we are straight on to the next mid straight away. I mean, damage not really being traded inside. Let's see which side actually bombs first. Like, I guess both parties are just taking like positions. Altara just takes like initial like height at left side, but it's just
does.
opportunity to spam. Oro is just gonna bomb across the point, but it's gonna get instant denied. It looks like looks like Itachi will find the first fight onto Megu, and Ryan trading out. Ryan is gonna like fall as well. But Altair is just gonna put some spam. He's gonna get really low. Rui by himself on the point is gonna die, and this mid is gonna belong to the ties.
Finally a tie conversion.
I see the tie, but Altair tries to get a cheeky play onto Itachi there, but not gonna be successful. Looks like, I'm afraid 8% can't contest this unless Naver is trying to get farmers logs. I
mean,
guess.
they don't
Maybe
really
try
have to. They're up 3-0 and they could just go for the stalemate play again and just
Indeed.
call it a day. Just call and say, okay, free second place or first if they beat Shao. You never know.
Yeah, but I don't think they are taking position lobby. They don't want to give this up. They know it's even. It's like, you're not giving you a second for free. And look at, I don't know, Licky Hasty tried to go from low to get a force possibly, but ultimately they have to return to the last now since the second point belongs to the ties now.
That's true. And we see another stalemate. I guess we're gonna see either a sniper play to break that stalemate, or we're gonna see
okay,
but we see
maybe
Memories
is feeding
oh,
it. He's feeding for sniper. But anyway, okay, before the sniper comes out, if like unless Altara goes for a snipe, I was starting to say that like I don't know, the ties at the last point, I mean, I know it's ages ago, but they were like kind of like fighting separate fights. But this time they're actually fighting as a team, so that's why they're performing slightly better. But at least they have like a chance to get a point now, because they're like pushing into last. They just need to get the force off with the memory sniper or possibly the drop.
That's true. I guess the ties really. They do have to work for the sniper play. They can't really drag out the time anymore because they're 3 rounds down. They really have to go for something immediate. Maybe send in a double sack. Maybe try to work their way for a sniper as fast as possible.
I mean, Memories did have the hero shot before. He did pop the hero shot off, but so he's probably just he's just taking the normal position on logs. They probably know it's a sniper. Yeah, they know it's a sniper because it's the most obvious scout sack for sniper. So they just like positioning. But Megu is somehow ballsy still peeking Memories for. Please do not. All right, Memories, please headshot Megu if he does that. This guy cannot be allowed to do this, man. But ultimately, it looks like Memories is opting to pick from Shutter instead. Oro trying to spam the sentry a bit. The Altara just fall to Precious and I think below. He tried
to go for a sack actually, but they realize now that it's a sniper.
But I mean, this is the Naver's annoying as sentry. This sentry spot is actually the worst thing to deal with, dude. Like if you don't have both soldiers spamming, it's like you can't take this out, man.
It's the god sentry spot.
Oh, it's gone. Never mind. I'm wrong. I'm proven wrong. It's gone. It's just it got 2-piped by Itachi. It's okay. Hopefully you can just see. The memory sniper hasn't been peeking yet though. He is in drop down right now. They don't really know. He looks like he's getting a really good angle. Hezi does find it though. Probably gonna get the pick on him. Hezi does find the pick. Just for reloader. Altaria might trade off here. But oh no, Ruby tries to take the 1v1 against the Oro, but Oro takes him down. Looks like it's gonna be another reset.
Another reset. I guess 8% have nothing to worry about as they could just wait 18 minutes for all they care and just take this 3-0 win.
Nope. The game has been so fast paced, man. Like if it becomes a 3-0 and I'll actually cry. I'll cry on stream.
That'll be the saddest.
It's the saddest thing to cast, man. Holy crap.
Imagine like first 3 rounds you just like rapid fast pace and all of a sudden 18 minutes going. Ah shoot.
It's like now I'm turtling. I have sentry heavy sniper on last. Sorry, you can't push the last. But still, we have the memory sniper though. He does get a pick on Rui. He's trying to get a hero shot. He's trying to go for a hero shot, but he falls really low. They do get a cheeky pick onto Rui though, but now they're probably what is it? They're probably aware now. Looks like Memories is rotating back to right side. He's gonna go drop down. He's trying to get the hero shot though. But no, it's fine. Altara tries to get a counter side though. I mean, Oro falls really low there. Gets the bomb. He might get a pick onto, but you see Ryan flying in, gonna get skybox, might get air shot, gonna get cleaned up by. He's still alive. Okay,
he's still alive.
He gets piped. He gets cleaned up. Yeah, I guess this time. But oh my god, look at Naver. Look at. Whoa, my god.
He's in.
Wanted blood, dude. He just saw the sniper. He's like, you're mine.
I'm killing you now.
Yeah, but the one thing I wanted to know is like the previous mistake, they didn't sticky off and now that Itachi actually stickies off memories, like the soldier can't like jump him as easily. So it's like I guess it's a bit more coordination. He does get the pick onto Altaria.
Gets Altaria.
Memories. It looks like he's trying to like peek onto lower.
No, never mind. He's just going to drop down instead.
If putting back to the drop down, they're doing the same thing. They're carpeting the place so you can't bomb. But if I were Hizzy, I'll just stand on the box and just spam the shit out of it, man. You can't let that sniper peek, man. But it's okay.
True.
Looks like they're still holding it. He does get the peek onto on Naver though. They're trying to take down the sentry because the Naver sentry is
Altair
like...
might be... Counter sniper? Oh my god! Altair nearly got that pick onto... Memories.
But look at Ryan. Look at Ryan. He's going unseen. He might get picked by Rui here. Might get chased by Rui, but Rui actually has some self-control, so he's not chasing it. Megu, they do. I don't know. They're just trying to like peek into last. Like Rui just fall quite low here, and then Memory is just still drop down alone. I'm actually quite concerned. He's actually alone. His team has rotated to the left side or the right side, left side of the lobby. But they are, I mean, iPhone, yes, you're right, iPhone, they uber straight in, they have to find something, they need to find something, one scout, one sniper, anything, but looks like Oro is feeding?
Oro's feeding?
Hello?
What?
Oh, he gets out alive?
Does he get out?
Dead.
Oh,
nope, he doesn't, alright. I don't know why he bombed there, but that's a tragic that's a misplay. Unlucky, it's okay, but they do waste the uber from 8%, and now iPhone has the full uber ad, so it looks like the Thais have the upper hand again.
I guess they were thinking that, what do you call this? That they're thinking that the side of 8% wouldn't be using it immediately, so they're probably going to send the Oro in for the force.
Oh, look at Hezzy! Oh my god, Hezzy! His big brain predicted them going out window. Here's jump straight for iPhone, bringing him down to like 48 HP. Looks like it's a really good force from Hezzy there.
Really great force coming from Hezzy.
And now then looks like the table has turned. Looks like the side of 8% has the ad now. So
table.
But I mean, they do have the memory sniper. The memory sniper didn't die. He's still a sniper. It looks like, I don't know. Do they know? They might know. So let's see what they earn. And they do, but like Naver still has the sentry. It's just like no one's getting back hit with the sentry, man. It's just watching the point.
They haven't really killed Memory, so they should know that he's still
on
the sniper.
But oh my gosh, Altara and Hezzy just shat on Memories and Oro, man, and on the below, dude. I think
Mega just wants to
bomb it lower.
Mega just wants to bomb.
Yeah, he's just Ruiz just clearing sticks though. They do like Ryan just find the pick onto Hezzy and Cheese, but there is even Ubers. They looks like they take the trade, but Koma hasn't used it. They might find the pick onto Ryan here. This is gonna be really bad for the Thais. They are full sending in right now. Itachi takes so much damage. They do find the scout. Can they find the demo? Itachi is still trying to lay carpets, trying to save his team, buy his team time, and they are gonna get out. They do lose 2 in the process, but ultimately they didn't lose the man. And Uber is gonna be even, but 8% has taken back second.
That's true. That play that Altari and Hezzy made into lore, trying to get the pick onto the sniper and the soldier, that was really good from them. And that ended on the 64, Mega just going straight in. Unfortunately, they couldn't get more picks after that.
Yeah, but they're really early use from 8%. That's a bit questionable. They just sent it straight, even though they were like right on grass. Actually, no, it wasn't even a use. Sorry, they just traded, and then but I don't know, this is a bad trade. But somehow they're so lucky that Itachi actually carpeted the entire lower ground, so they couldn't actually just flood in. Yep. But they know it's Uber, they are taking the Uber trade, they are just bombing in, but they do not know Koma actually has the Uber, but Koma actually has to save players here. Rui is hard sending it onto he doesn't get a pick onto Itachi though.
Itachi might die. Oh my god,
Itachi does die. Rui just chased him. Yep. Koma does fall really low. Looks like Memories does want the pick onto Koma, but doesn't get it. And then the side of Thais, like Naver tries to go for a sneaky flank onto the iPhone, but it's just gonna be a 3-man. Looks like they're trying to. Okay, they're trusting the soldiers. I don't know how the soldiers are going to take the high one without any scouts though. You just see them doing some majestic. Any air shots coming out right now. Altara just get the bomb onto the Ryan. Just clean up Altara though. And looks like they are still in this, even though they tried to fight it without scouts. But looks like 8% possibly have to back out here. Yes, they do. They are backing out without soldiers. And now, I don't know, second has been contested, successfully taken by the Thais. That was interesting.
That was interesting. 8% went for the double bomb. I think they tried to go for iPhone, but then they just stopped, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, iPhone should have died there. I mean, honestly, pushing without scouts is so risky, but somehow they didn't get punished for that.
I don't know. I thought 8% were going to kill iPhone there.
Yep. They do use the Uber though. Koma almost has, they have to find Koma, but Koma has now, there's gonna be the return use. Ryan trying his best to bomb, Oro just cleaning up the heavy though, but it's gonna be, they are gonna pop. But they do lose Megu in the first process though. This might re-trigger the push possibly, but nah, the Thais are so weak. But no, they are.
They're recommitting
though. Is so low. Yeah, they're recommitting. iPhone is might get committed. Oro bombing in with like 20 HP, dude. But still, and they're just full sending the point. It's gonna be 2-1. It's gonna be 1 Koma against the wall, and they're gonna kick around.
They get the round.
I guess, okay, they're actually just full sending their strat now. It's just the full send everyone to the point and hopefully
11
even
minutes left.
dude, that shouldn't have worked, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
true.
like the Thais had 2 players that basically one shot, dude, and they somehow managed to like collapse on point and bait 8% to the point and somehow just collapse on them and won the
That
round.
should have not have happened at all.
But now we see Itachi trying to do some early damage onto Hizzy, trying to maybe like prevent me from doing a bomb straight away because it did work out like a lot better for them. We do see both sides just spamming, just trying to see each other out for now. It's essentially a spam war. Look at Ryan trying to bomb right now. Just get a good rocket onto Rui. Rui falls really low, but neither side is bombing. You see the early bomb. Altara might get airshot. Oh my god, gets destroyed by Ryan. Ryan does get traded out though. Oro possibly might die, possibly get cleaned up, but Never tries to go for him, but does get cleaned up instead. It's gonna be possibly a mid. Hezi falls really low, might get cleaned up by the scouts here. Homa does fall to Itachi. It's gonna be Rui against the world. Can he do it? 1v1 against
Meku's respawning. He's going for
trade. They don't know this essentially. They instantly take it on essentially. They're just playing the point. They're doing what 8% do, but 8% counters with the Uber. It's gonna be a massive. What is this positioning? What is happening?
What is happening?
Oro flies in the air. He's just like kind of trying to catch ball. He's just gonna instantly shut down. And it's gonna be 3 players down from the Thais. They cannot. They have to back out from this.
They have to back out, and even Altari's low. Just Rui just walking in face first.
He's
hungry.
He's like, team, I don't care. You're coming with me. He's making them backing off. They are backing off.
They fear. I mean, granted, they're two down, but still.
But no, they're not fearing. They're recontesting. Like we have our scores now. They're recontesting. Look at Ryan with the bomb. He just gets him out. He is traded out with for Hizzy though. Hizzy just raining rockets, trying to get the pick onto Itachi, but alright now.
Oh, clean rockets from Itachi. From Altaria. He nearly got the pick onto Memories, but because of that, he's still behind. But an iPhone and Precious are just walking forward. They almost have Uber. iPhone might die.
My iPhone they almost have. He drops? He had Uber. No, he had 99%. He died 99%. So I think that was a misplay. They should have waited for Uber there.
Yeah, they should have.
I guess it's the moment it's just like heated. They're just like, I want this pick, guys. Let's go, guys. And then
they got too green.
Yeah, but look at Ryan gets falling, making Comma solo. He's gonna get a Comma. He gets the force onto Comma.
He had to use great pump from Ryan.
Comma tried to surf, but Ryan just shot his head, so he couldn't surf anyway. He was like down like 100 HP, so he had to pop there if Ryan rejumps again.
That is true.
This is good, which is good for 8%, I guess, because they now have side. But actually no, it's not. What's happening? 8% is just falling.
They're just walking.
Oh, air shot by coming. Oh my god! From Oro gets shit on Hizzy. I'm sorry, but looks like they have to back out now after that mid-air collision. Someone clipped that, dude.
Someone clipped that, put in stream highlights or something. Please.
But you can see sorry to interrupt, but look at this, see the Thais. Megu gets caught out once again. This can't be happening for 8%. Like Megu cannot be getting caught here, especially when they have like 20 bit air. Altara forcing the Uber early is gonna pay for a side possibly. But now they can see the rest of the Thais just landing on the point right now. They do have the counter bomb though. Hizzy falls really low. They pick up Aura on the point and looks like they're gonna pick up Memories as well.
Might get Precious
might fall.
He might die.
He's getting 1v1 by Rui, yep. I don't know, they're just kind of staying in there. I guess, I don't know, they should have went for combat first. They should have went for the point.
Yeah,
that's the perfect time for you to go straight for the mid, because they were about to have.
They were.
And now, I don't know whether they're gonna play the aggressive thing. Look, Ryan is playing his MG, his MG, what's the habit, is just standing high ground, like spamming rockets, even though he's taking a gazillion damage, but still, he's getting completely shut off, might die, gets punished, but you see, I don't know, they're just trying to commit, but they lost 3 players after that. Hizzy does try to get the bomb onto the combo, but that's not but Altara follows up the bomb, and they eventually do kill up the players. It's gonna be just Precious against the world.
Memories is behind.
And I found possibly got caught because they are just trying to play too aggressively here.
That's true. Memories tried to go for a play into the bed, but it wasn't enough. They realized
it was good enough because the man managed to get out. Else he did there.
True.
But I mean, they just tried to like counter aggression with aggression. They're just going head on. But I guess they're not really doing it as coordinated because they're just kind of just sending in one by one. So eventually they'll just like lose. Like Ryan tried to stand his ground there. He tried to bomb into like, I don't know. He tried to take high ground against like 3 players. He just got completely shat on. I'm sorry.
That is true. We see a pause.
There is a pause. Unlucky.
There is a
Hopefully the
pause.
stream is working.
It is
Well,
working.
Houdini is. Well, the Houdini, this match has been going places, man. We're finally seeing the air shots. We're finally seeing the pushes from
The
like back and
plays.
forth. Yeah.
The frustration coming from both sides. Obviously, unpause.
It's
See,
back on.
Precious just
Dude, we do a
walking. He might
trade.
get dropped.
We do a trade. No, he doesn't. It's gonna be a massive trade. It's gonna be looks like Rui. No, the 8% seems to be getting the better off, but they're just stopping. Looks like they might drop a window. Otara goes for the aggressive bomb. Tries to give with the air shot on Pressure. Just gonna get picked off.
Nice try.
This is gonna be another. Wait, no. Is it Uber's? My
No.
Uber counter is broken.
Your Uber
man.
counter's broken.
Okay. Yep. Okay, never mind. It's fine.
It's
Looks like
fixed out.
Koma does die in the process though. It's gonna be another cluster fight with like the remaining 3 players of the ties backing off into second.
But they might
This
actually.
might issue.
They actually might recontest with this. Hesi bombing in. He sees iPhone.
Really
He's
deep.
going straight for
No,
Itachi.
but
No, Itachi might
Itachi's
die.
getting caught here. Never's going straight for him. I think he gets American fine, but Never just get the pick. Pressure might be feeding for his life here. That's a really bad decision for you to go out, my friend. You possibly might die, but there's no scouts to shoot you. He is still behind. Possibly might get the pick, but iPhone still has the Uber edge.
He does. He has the 76% Uber advantage, but then they're 3 down. They can't exactly push out of this because 8% they have everybody up, but meanwhile they're still on the side of the ties. They're still waiting for both their scouts. So they still have to delay this slightly.
No delaying right now. They're
No
back
delaying,
up.
apparently.
Oh, they're probably gonna full send it. They're taking lobby right
Full
now. They
send it.
might die to the trap. They should check the trap. Okay, they did. Ryan just jumps out. They just full sending it. Look at Itachi. Goes
Itachi's
in.
in.
Doesn't get
Nice.
anything. Oh no. Precious
One
goes
AFK.
pretty weak. Might fall as well. And then, oh no, look at Hesi. Gets the bomb gets the follow up onto iPhone. iPhone escapes the baby team. But although iPhone escapes, the rest of his team is gonna let the Precious hits the 1v1 against Megu.
gonna
Megu finally
die.
hits one pipe and he taunts. But now this might be the round because
my
Koma has the full Uber. There's only 3 players on the ties surrounded.
Oh, command rocket's full
Otara,
fire.
oh my god, Otara gets a fat rocket onto Itachi. It's gonna be a pyro trying to defend itself in the open. It's not gonna work against the full Uber though. It's gonna be memories against the world on the top. Beating Soldier Bomb onto the point. He might get Otara as well.
Oh my god,
They
Precious.
do. It's gonna be Precious against 2 players. Can he do it impossible? It's not gonna be possible. It's gonna be another round 2. I think it's over.
It's over. I mean,
With only
unless
3 minutes remaining, I think 8% has got this.
yeah, 8% win the lower bracket unless the ties have something to say. I mean, they
Nah,
can
it's
theoretically still
impossible.
cap in 3 minutes, but then I don't think it's
It's
possible.
4-1. I think it's not
4-1.
possible.
It's 4-1.
Yeah, but hey,
Decide.
this doesn't stop us from seeing what's gonna happen. We see the ties not trying this is full send it straight to Soul. Ryan gets completely cleaned up by Rui. We see Oro with the follow-up bomb gonna land on high ground instead of the medic for some reason, but he's gonna get cleaned up for his life. And looks like the ties have to back out here without the soldiers. Otara bombing in the face of Itachi. He does get cleaned up though. And right now it's gonna be Precious trying to. They do get the pick onto it and they're just salvaging it.
They are, but it's just
Even
memories.
though iPhone
Precious still
just
alive.
straight out though, yeah. But ultimately they've been running. They're trying to conserve them in.
Mega going ready, GG.
Yeah, it's been GG's. There's no way, even though Ties have won this mid, like, I don't know, it's just a cluster. Oh my goodness, look at Rui. He wants blood. He's farming his logs. He's farming his logs, dude. He's just going for it. He's gonna go straight for the soldier here. He's just complete trash time right now.
Complete
Do you want to commentate this trash time? He's trying to find the spy. He just completely demolished iPhone on spy. iPhone medic goes on spy. He knows it's over. It's just like 1 minute.
He's done. Sean gets a consolation air shot. He gets 2 consolation
It's an air
air
shot.
shots.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh sure. I mean, Oro has been playing the MGE. I feel, but still,
Yeah.
but it's just not sufficient to win the match. I feel, but I guess I wanted to
Unfortunately.
say that the ties actually played. I wanted to like committed like I don't know. It's just. I wanted to like comment on the ties. They actually played so much more aggressively and more confidently despite they actually got
That is
like
true.
1 round. Even though they only got 1 round, but it's just like the fact that they played more confidently and more aggressively, it gave like 8% a bit of like struggle, you know what I mean?
That is true. I feel like, I don't know, it's just that they did really well in the second map. They like were able to play more aggressively at the same time. I just feel like the problems just still persisted. 8%
Yep.
just had more coordinated pushes. Meanwhile, you know, the side of the ties were just dying just one by one.
Oh my
Every
gosh, Ryan, what the heck? He got juggled, sent up straight, he manages to direct his even. But still, it's just GG's has been called, 40 seconds
GG's.
left. I would say congratulations to 8%. I don't know whether it's in interviews in lower bracket, but I don't know.
I don't think there is, or is there?
I am not sure, but
No
but
idea.
ultimately, I would say I don't know. I finally feel happy. I mean, in a way, my completely unbiased comment like casting here, but I'm glad that 8% has what is it? Has finally there have been three AFC 15 I believe and AFC 17. They were cucked at like the semifinals, the lower bracket
Yeah,
finals. They've always been third place, but this time they have a
they
chance
make
for
it
the
to
grand
second place.
finals. And this time Reddit, I don't know whether they can like overthrow the iShow terror of the Seattle.
I have no idea either, but I just hope that the grand finals will be more closer than it's ever been. Because
I don't know.
the last few grand finals that AsiaFortress has had, it's always been a Xiao steamroll of
It's
some
just too
sort.
one-sided, man. Cause like
It's just
literally
too
all
one
the
side.
best the most experienced players all pile up on one team. You know what
That
I
is true.
mean?
You have TJ. Wait, even though he's not playing scout, he's still a very experienced player. You still have Aisha
Yep.
and who's the other scout? Is it Clashy or is it Tommy? I'm not sure.
It's Tommy.
It's Tommy. Okay, I guess
Yep.
Aisha and Tommy, the two most experienced scout pair in the entire
Alright,
entire Asian
alright.
region.
Okay. Alright. Let's be taking a look at the logs. Alright.
Okay,
Megu,
logs this time.
I wanna say I'm sorry. Congratulations on top damage. Alright? Alright, congratulations. Alright, I thought you were just like okay, never mind. I'm the kindest caster there is, alright? I will say good job, alright? Congrats on this win for 8%. But I think also like well done to the ties for actually putting out to even though there are no ties. But congratulations to the players on the Thai team that actually
True.
stood and tried to like put their best into the effort. I can see like the soldiers were trying their best. They're like using their 5-ping advantage, hitting all the air shots they can, and like Itachi just like even though he's just trying to I don't know who was motivating that team, but like they had more confidence in Snake Water, I feel, and they were just trying to
They
fight,
did.
even though they were kind of they were kind of fighting a losing battle, but still they just gave it all. So I'll say really well played from both teams.
Played indeed. I mean, congrats to 8% at the end. They ended up winning the third map and they advanced to the grand finals.
Yep, finally 8% in the grand finals. Woo!
Hopefully,
It's been two semi-finals, like playoffs. They have made playoffs. They have won Div 2. They have played like playoffs twice, but they always came third. But this
they
time they can
always get
finally
there.
contest for the first place.
Finally contest. Well,
But still.
I'm just hoping that the grand finals will be really close. I mean, I hope that 8% just keeps up the form like they've shown today, and they're going to at least give Xiao a fighting chance.
Yep.
So, I guess do you want to move to shoutouts? Or what do you want?
What's next on the agenda? I don't think there are any interviews, right?
Are there interviews? If there's none, then I guess we go straight to shoutouts.
I don't know. I guess we can do
Sick.
some like post-game analysis, but I think that's
I
about it,
guess.
man. My throat is dying from like all that casting, but still,
My
I want to
throat's already
say
dead, it's fun.
I just want to say that like that was actually more fast-paced than I thought. So okay, so now I was just saying that like I don't know, it's more fast-paced than I thought, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean ultimately it was a good game. It wasn't completely one-sided because like either teams won at least a map, and so at least we had a good game. At least we had some, and most importantly, have some Asia coverage.
That is true. Thank you, teamfortress.tv for giving us giving the AsiaFortress scene an opportunity to be covered, and hopefully AsiaFortress in the future does get more coverage from teamfortress.tv.
Yep.
And yeah,
All right.
shoutouts.
Would you want to hit up the shoutouts?
You first.
All right. Shoutouts to the Wolfie gang. I mean the people on 8%, the current 8%. I guess individuals. All right. Wolfie, Megu, Naver, Sizzy, Mans, Walker, Kill, and of course Altara and Megu, because why not? Yep.
You said his name twice.
Really? Okay.
I
Sorry,
think.
but yep. That's alright. Your turn.
Shout out to both teams, 8%, and also shout to yeah, shout out to
Okay.
everyone who's is still in the stream despite it crashing from time
How
to
many
time.
times did we crash, dude?
I mean, it doesn't matter. I just care that we got coverage, right?
At least we got coverage. It
Yeah, we
might
just
be
got
cringe.
coverage.
At least okay. At least it's like out there. The content is out, so it's not bad.
The content is out, yep. And shout outs to teamfortress.tv for giving us the coverage. Shout out to both A% and the Thai team for playing a really close game. And shout out to Andre and shout out to Lightclaw.
Uh-huh. Thanks, Houdini. But I guess I'm just happy that I was given the opportunity to cast this. I don't know. I at least like. Yeah. All right. So that's all we have. The game is over. Hope you guys
Game's over.
enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week with
See
the
ya.
AsiaFortress Grand Finals.